Hello and welcome to Nintendo Podcast System with myself, Matthew Gibson, and joining me is Jack Gorn and Sam Barnes.
Hello.
Hi, you guys.
Actually, that's wrong. It's Matt joining us since it's been a while.
Yeah, who are you?
Hush. Shh. I'm nobody.
Welcome back, Matt.
Thank you. It's been a while.
Hello,
It's been a while since.
It's been 3 years.
Hey.
Matt's just. It wasn't really Matt. Matt was never there.
I never brought up the idea. I never edited any of the episodes ever. It was some otherworldly force.
Hey, I did some of them. I did some
You
of
did a
them.
good job on them, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You did well in my absence. I guess I'll give you a raise.
Oh, sweet. I
From
got a raise from nothing to still nothing.
no,
I'll raise you
it's
to pat
it's
on the
not.
back and give you a handshake.
It's from nothing to a little bit more respect. So there you are.
Okay, I think I will take that. I think because that's the best I'm going to get.
For
So.
for your denial of Fire Emblem, that's what you get. Anyway,
Oh,
right.
God.
See, this is already good banter, and it's only a
Hashtag.
minute in. Right. So, as Jack said, 3 years. That is how old our podcast has been going on for.
Episode number 50.
3 years is the same amount of time as.
Where are you going with this, Matt?
Yeah, Matt.
It's the same as
1,095
156
days.
weeks. There we are. Right. But aside from that, it's also our 50th episode, which is quite a milestone. Normally, people would celebrate 100, which is certainly a great milestone. But for us, given on how infrequent our episodes are, I think this is an achievement in of itself.
We've done well, I think. To get here.
Yes.
We've done
Yeah.
well. We've done 50 episodes. We've had a great amount of guests, but not recently, because we haven't.
Hey.
Well, no, we haven't had guests at all. That's what I meant.
Recently.
No, I meant like for the whole episodes, like we used to do.
This is true. We've had a lot of like in betweeny guests who've come on to do little
But we
segments.
need like
of maybe
actually
reviews.
proper guests, like for the whole
Yeah,
episode.
but they are proper guests. They're still appearing
I
as
know,
guests.
but I
It's
want
just-
them to be
it's not
here
live
the
with
whole
us,
way
so-
through. In case you somehow missed, George Thompson from Monster Hunter S6 and Anti from Nintendo Basingstoke, as well as Family Gamer TV, they recently appeared to give some quick thoughts in our last 2 episodes, I believe.
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
it works quite well as a format. I
I think it
like
does.
having people on as like little segments. I think they work quite well, but maybe Matthew thinks differently. I don't know.
No, right. No, I do like that idea. Anyway, we're getting like a bit too business-like here.
Yeah,
It's a bit
sorry.
too inside. But yeah, we've had like
Interviews. They're called interviews. That's what we call them.
interviews. That's a better way. Yeah, like it's just a bit early, but I just wanted to say thank you for all the guests that came on. So like, Dan's Distillery. I know I butchered that name. I can never pronounce that name.
Wait,
Distillery.
there we
That's the
go.
one.
Dan's Distillery, thank you.
Thank you, Dee Dee.
Ollie from Minus World, Roger's Base, which was like very early on. I really wanted to have him back on because I think I've grown a bit more as a content creator.
So has
Nintendo Dads.
He's literally miles away from where he was when we first had him in the event.
That is
Mhm.
true. Nintendo Voice. They're a great bunch, you know. Nintendo Dads as well. Only two of them, though.
Matt from
Oh, Matthew Williams, my boss at VG Tribune.
that's it.
That's-
Fiji
that's the
Tribune.
one.
Sorry, mine just went there. Yeah.
I know there's definitely more. Malak Emrys.
Malik, yeah, we've
as
had
well.
Mike on. Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah,
I know I have more.
Mickey, you know, our good
Oh.
friend.
Good friend Mickey.
Yeah. He's been on. We've
Jason.
had quite a few, haven't you, actually, when we think
Yeah.
about it. Jason, of course, who started out with us.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a solid 3 years. I think personally we still have like a long way to go, especially on my end. like more organising and stuff. I think,
I think
especially with guests.
we have. Seeing as we've never done anything like this before, I think we've done really well to get this far
is
into
true.
the episode.
Yes.
And it's just fun to get together and just talk nonsense for a couple of hours about.
Oh
Nintendo.
yeah, we talk
And
all
just
sorts of
have a laugh
nonsense,
about
and it goes on and on and on.
Until we get a proper employee of Nintendo, then yeah, that would be great.
Reggie,
That'd be sick.
just hit us up, mate.
Bill Trinan, come on. You know you wanna. Alright, so it's our 3-year anniversary and our 50th episode, so that's quite special. For this episode, we got a fair amount of news, especially with the recent Nintendo Direct. There may have been one big game that people are talking about. We'll get into that in a bit
Whatever
later.
could it be?
It's Smash, guys. It's Smash. And a lob. And a curveball with Mario Tennis Aces.
Yeah,
dancing
it
in
is.
tune.
Yeah. That's worth for you.
No, but yeah, so we'll be talking about the Nintendo Direct in our news section. As for what we've been playing, well, it'll be the games that we've been playing for a fair while.
Yeah.
Then we'll be moving on to quite a meaty, or at least hopefully a meaty, Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch discussion.
Ooh.
I think we're very excited for it. I'm not sure who wouldn't be.
And the amount of times we've actually said, "Oh, Smash for Switch," and now it's finally happened.
I'm gonna get into that in a bit. Like, I'm gonna like let off some steam there, and then we're gonna finish off with our usual final section. As for the music, I think it's pretty much. I think it would be nice if, given the Smash as well as our anniversaries, we'll be having the music from the very first episode. So that would be the Battlefield theme from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. That should be. Right, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. Shall we move on to the next section?
Yes, we shall.
Go on then, as you insisted. Go on.
Now, this is the news section. Right, so a little bit of news here. Does anybody want to mention something before we get into the Nintendo Direct?
Well, you missed the Nintendo Direct mini episode we did last episode, and I just wanted to sort of gather what you thought of the stuff that was mentioned there first, Matt. If there was anything you...
Yes, come on, Matt, enlighten us.
Then I will enlighten you, Sam. I thought it was alright. I think a lot of people were really hoping for a proper Direct. And especially the way they were teasing with the burning chibi robo. I thought that was quite funny.
Yeah,
let me just get up the Direct mini here.
well, we've got Pokken Tournament. Was there any interest there?
Pokken Tournament, yeah, I still need to pick it up, but that was a nice surprise to see that game more explored. Oh, The World Ends With You. That was probably my highlight of the Direct mini, to be honest. Because I've heard
I was surprised by that.
So many good things about The World Ends With You. So I'm really happy it is
heard
coming
of
to Switch.
So.
What else? Humble Warriors was nice to see. Mario Tennis Aces as well. We'll get into that in the Direct. A lot of ports, but some fun stuff. Balloon World for Mario Odyssey it's alright. It's not.
It's really fun.
I don't know. Like I think it is fun. We'll get into that.
It's a good way to harvest coins really quickly.
That's
But
true.
I'll speak about that later.
I've had way too much to play, so I haven't actually touched that bit. But like we say, we'll go into that later.
Mario & Rabbids DLC. With Donkey Kong. I thought for sure it was gonna be Rayman. I kind of disappointed.
What?
Yeah, I thought for sure it was gonna be Rayman.
So when it's all Mario and Rabbids, and oh, never mind. I guess I can see your point.
Rabbids came from Rayman. You know,
first Rayman, like one game, and then that was it.
No, they did like a fair amount of games with Rayman in it. But yeah, you know, Donkey Kong's alright. I would have preferred Rayman, but you know, it's still cool. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. That's a cracking game.
With Funky Kong.
A funky new mode.
I'm definitely picking that up.
I picked it up on Wii U. I really liked it. But there isn't really much for me to go back to it. If they added like at least one whole new world, and I happen to find it for a fair amount cheaper, then yeah, I may pick it up again.
This is the problem, because a lot of these are ports, and we'll probably go into this in the main direct as well.
Yeah.
But this is the problem. A lot of these are ports on the Wii U, and we've all had the Wii U versions and played the Wii U version, and even 3DS versions.
Like, yeah. Like, that's fine, because, like... Oh, wait, go on.
Is there anything more... Like, Hyrule Warriors is one I'm just like, I've got no reason to play that. I've literally done everything in that on the Wii U version. I don't see...
What, did you get
the 3DS version?
Did you get the DLC from the 3DS version?
I didn't play the 3DS version, to be fair.
Right.
Might be a reason,
then. I was told it was really poor.
I think...
Graphically.
Yeah. I think that's the thing, because like what I really liked about Mario Kart is that, yeah, it was a port, but they just added so much. Like, I think some more racetracks would have been fine, but on top of that, you already had the stuff on the DLC, so from the get-go, you already had 48 tracks.
Most people got what they wanted, which was battle mode.
That got greatly fixed, and I think they did a really good job with that.
Not fixed, improved.
Yeah, exactly.
Immensely.
Yeah, definitely.
And then they added some like other new things. Pardon?
Are you a Dark Souls player, Matt? Is that one that's going to be...
I may pick up. I actually got Bloodborne for free on PlayStation.
Praise that goddamn sun, Matthew!
Praise the sun. Actually, I'm going to talk about that. Not Club Nintendo, my Nintendo. Yeah, Dark Souls was heavily rumoured before the Mini, so it wasn't as surprising when I did see it. Especially because when I looked in the subscription feed for YouTube, I already saw that it was already published as a video. But nevertheless, it was still... I'm liking the support, right? Because I think if it were just another Wii U, then I don't think people will be as excited. But the fact that you can bring the Switch with you anywhere, I think that's the main selling point. Like being able to...
Yeah, definitely. You're definitely right. That selling point, be able to take it out with you, is always going to be the thing with the Switch, definitely. But some of these games just look like there's nothing added to them. They literally are just straight ports, and it's in that case, I've got no reason to buy it.
That's why I'm holding off of Donkey Kong Country.
What I did like about Hyrule Warriors, for instance, was the multiplayer, because you can work on 2 different switches. So there's no split screen or any problems with having one person on the TV and one person on the pad like they did with the Wii U version, for instance. So I'm intrigued by that, but it's just not enough to make me want to buy it again, if you know what I mean. It's that kind of problem, I think. But
yeah.
I think we're going to come across this problem quite a lot in the rest of the direct as we talk through it as well. To be honest, the main direct, so and possibly some in the indie showcase as well. So there's a lot of ports at the moment. Shall we talk about the direct?
Okay, right. First impressions / scores. How would we go about this?
There was a lot. There was so much. I mean, obviously there's one big thing right at the end, but I mean, some of the games are really some I wasn't expecting. I was like, there's a new... Well, the first thing that we obviously have to touch on is there's a new Wario micro games series come in. Right. God knows how long.
I really like WarioWare games.
Yeah, they're good. They're really they're just funny little silly creative bits. Just like if you want something quick to play or if you want to really get into it, and
They're also really intense as well, especially when you play at the higher levels.
gets
Stuff.
faster and faster, doesn't it? And you're having to react
Yeah.
quicker and quicker.
It's just, it gets so hard, and I like the difficulty curve in that game. It just gets greater and greater the further you go. I love it.
I think it's going to be called WarioWare Gold or something, isn't it?
Wario-
Yes, I believe
Gold,
so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that'll be out like summertime, so that'll be nice.
From
nice
what
one
I've
to pick up.
seen, it's got very little new games, but it's got lots of the old stuff from all the better levels from all the other games and things. So that's cool. I don't mind that. That's fine.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Then they're bringing out a new Dylan's
Rolling Western,
Rolling Western. Yeah, that's
which I
it.
can't be bothered
Was
for.
literally everyone's reaction is like, "What?"
It's
What,
like
why?
you can have your Mii's come and join in the game as well. But
Oh yeah, that was so weird. That was so weird. They look like hedgehogs, and it was weird.
yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. It's a bit like okay, but there you
Too
go.
much.
They're bringing back Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story with
This confused me, if I'm honest.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
Because-
it's far
hold
too
on.
soon.
Oh,
I reckon
no,
they're
actually,
building
yeah.
up to something.
It was on the DS.
Yeah, I know, but I reckon they're building up to something. They're bringing back all these games and like with extra stories and stuff. I reckon they're building up
Yeah.
to the next one, possibly.
Right.
Like they're trying to bring them all back so that it will make sense and other people can catch up almost,
The
and then have
prob-
like extra story as well.
The problem with
I
the
mean,
catching up part is that they fucking skipped out on Partners in Time. That's the
Yeah,
bit.
this
That's
is
the
the
bit that
weird
threw me
Very
for a loop.
true.
I was like, wait, what? Because I believe that's the only one I haven't played.
They
So
did that because just to wind
yeah.
you up.
who knows? Yeah, if I may chime in here, Bowser's
Yeah, go
Inside
for it.
Story was my first Mario and Luigi game, so I am excited that it's getting a remake, and I think here's my conflict, right? I think we'll get into this after the next 3DS game. I'm not too bothered about it not coming to the Switch because I think it is more suited for dual screens.
Mhm.
But I would have loved it on
Yeah.
Switch, like. But the thing that worries me is it's releasing in 2019.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's-
it was like announced really early. It's come out
Yeah.
the year after.
Yeah, for one, it was announced way too early, especially because we only got the Superstar remake a couple of months ago, in October last year. But two, it's 2019. That's why we were talking about Chicken and Wiggle earlier. The reason why the creator's saying it didn't do as successful as he'd hoped is because people have already moved on to the Switch.
Yeah,
There is like a large install base, and that is the only reason for 3DS to continue getting support. But it's like DS has sold more, and even then, DS was cut support.
The thing with 3DS and
versus-
2DS though is it's still the cheaper option for families and things.
That's
So
true,
it's not
but,
just going to disappear straight away,
No,
is it?
but-
That's the thing. And
Mm.
not everyone can
Still.
afford the Switch. That's the thing.
I know, but I don't know. The next one got me truly salty because Dylan's Rolling Western, I really couldn't give a toss because I'm not really too bothered about that franchise as a whole. In all honesty,
It's not had a huge fan base,
No.
but yeah.
But WarioWare Gold, I'm actually fine with that being on the 3DS because that does seem like it's better suited for the 3DS.
Yeah,
It's
I agree.
always been on the
Yeah,
3. Yeah.
exactly.
The use of stylus and I think the motion control might be something to be used in that game as
Probably.
well.
And
Exactly.
the microphone as well.
So I
microphone.
think
It
it's more
just-
suited for 3DS.
Yeah, definitely.
Bowser's Inside Story, I would prefer that to be on Switch, but that being said, again, they do already have the engine. Pretty much
Yeah.
every Mario and Luigi game that has had that engine now, apart from Partners in Time,
I think
which is a bit overkill.
This was mentioned for one of the other games later on in the 3DS section. But it's just the fact that they can get these games out a lot quicker, a lot cheaper, because they've already got the engines built and ready.
Well,
they can just redesign it from there.
Well, thankfully they are adding like an extra story, like Bowser Jr.'s story, which I think is a nice touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that gives it that more like playability again. To be honest,
Because that is something that I did appreciate about Superstar. Because like, sure, it is a remake because it has been a while since the last one released, but you know, there's also new content for old fans to enjoy. The thing I'm salty with is Luigi's Mansion coming to 3DS. Why?
Well, you did miss Detective Pikachu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like that.
missed a lot.
That's out soon anyway. So
Yeah, I don't think they covered really anything too important with Detective Pikachu. But is anyone gonna pick that up?
I was actually
Wow.
quite interested. It
As
looked
much
a
as
lot
I
better
like
than I
Amiibo.
first expected.
I may pick it up eventually. To be fair.
It's
Yeah,
got like what's the amiibo? It's like twice the size of the normal Pikachu amiibo,
it
isn't
is. Yeah, it's massive. Yeah.
I was just like, whoa, okay.
Ah,
But I think
sure.
the actual game itself, it looks like it's got a lot more to it, and there's loads and loads of Pokemon and stories in there. So maybe I'm still a bit unsure about the Pikachu's voice, but yeah, we can get over
the
that. I'm
Pikachu's
sure.
voice is fine because the voice actor voices both Yasuhiro Hagakure and Gonta Gokuhiro from Danganronpa, so of course I'm fine with the English voice
For
actor.
God's sake, he
No
mentioned
way!
Robert.
It wouldn't be the
Ah.
50th. It wouldn't be the 50th episode without it. And I think I even butchered those names as well.
He did. So,
Right.
are we happy with Pikachu directed? Are we gonna
Yes.
are you gonna pick it up? Yeah.
Eventually,
Yeah.
I plan to at least.
Yeah.
Are you gonna pick a chew?
Good one.
Fair play.
Good one, Sam.
Luigi's Mansion then. Luigi's
Right.
Mansion.
Why?
First thoughts.
Why?
It's just Luigi's Mansion, just
I
on a
was-
3DS.
That was
It's-
probably the only time where I actually shouted no, because I was legit annoyed.
I enjoyed the game, but I just don't know. It's like a bit way too far away from when Luigi's Mansion 2 came out.
But
think
that again is probably the reason why it is out, because it's a cheap, quick game
Yeah,
they
but
can
like-
port out using that engine kind of thing.
Like the thing is like, I think like comparison videos, apparently it looks more like a demake, graphically wise.
Remake.
Yeah, so like, the Game Explained did a good comparison video, I think.
Right.
And I've seen a couple of comments being like, oh, it seems like the GameCube version had a much more personality. Like some things haven't been improved, like the opening cutscene. But just in general, like in general gameplay, it looks a bit more bland.
I think
know,
it's always a little bit
that's-
difficult when you see 3DS games on like the Direct, because you can never really tell graphically whether it does look good or not until you play it on the
Yeah,
actual
but,
handheld
like,
itself.
The thing is, what I'm thinking, so far they've only confirmed the boss rush mode. But it's like, the only reason I could think, well, they already have the engines, there's that, so why not just use it? But the other thing as well is like, I feel it would be better suited for the Switch though, because you got it in HD,
Yeah.
fans would love that. That would be a good remake.
The thing that like intrigued me on this is like one of the main features on Luigi's Mansion. I've never played the second one, right? But one of the main features on Luigi's Mansion was the whole clicking of the GameCube controller on the R and L button. And
Right.
and depending how much you held it in is how much your vacuum like sucked in or blew out, depending what you were using.
Yeah.
But how does that work on the 3DS? I don't, because I've not. Again,
Probably
I've
just
not played
full
the second
blast or nothing.
Mm.
one. Yeah. But
I don't
could they
see it
make
happening.
use of the new 3DS's extra button on the top there to say that's the full mode, that's the short mode? I don't know. Maybe that's something they could do. But I just like, I really, really enjoyed Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube.
Yeah.
And it was a great game at the time. And I probably will pick this up as well. because it's just the nostalgia sort of thing more than anything for me.
Mm.
But I can agree with what you're saying in terms of it should be on the Switch, probably a HD update. Yeah, that would be great. But I'm just happy to see it returning. If I'm honest, it's nice to see it put effort into it coming to the 3DS.
Well, not really much effort if it's just reusing the engine.
It's not like they don't have all the buttons to be able to do it either, or control sticks for that matter.
Yeah. So that's a concern. But my challenge to everyone when it does come out is try and get the least money as possible, because that challenge is ridiculously hard to do, and you can get the worst house at the end. Like you get like a really
basically 4 twigs.
I think it's like an F rank or G rank or something stupid like that. But you can literally just like not pick up any money anywhere. It's really difficult. So there's your challenge.
Anyway, next bit, shall we? So that's all the 3DS stuff.
Yeah. That's all the 3DS stuff.
I think we should just cover the games that we already knew about. So Kirby Star Allies showed that it will be getting updates with playable characters, which I think is quite a nice touch.
Yeah, that like helps to reminisce, like especially where it's the 25-year anniversary.
Maybe
is it 25? Is it 25 years of Kirby? I can't remember.
I'm not sure. Kirby's
I think so.
I think it's 25. But
25.
So like they're like using some of the characters from some of the old games and packs, which is nice. Like Marks and like Rick, Kine, and Koo from Kirby's Dream Land 2.
Because the first Kirby was actually on the NES, wasn't it? It was like one of the last games on the NES. Was the Kirby's Dream.
No, the first one was Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy.
Green Game Boy, yeah, that's true.
Kirby's Adventure was the first one to adopt the copy abilities.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe I'm getting confused then. That's cool.
Any more thoughts on Star Allies, or will you be getting into that later?
I'll be getting into that later. I know I will.
We'll keep going further and further later, and then we'll probably forget like we always do.
Later,
we'll be later.
The next game was Ukami.
Ukami was very surprising.
I love that game.
I actually popped off when I saw that, because I've been meaning to try Ukami for the longest time. I was going to get on PS4.
Matt, as someone who's played it and owns it now on Steam again, I'm just a bit salty about it because I would have probably won it on the Switch. It's a very, very good game.
I've heard so many
very
good things
creative. The art style was brilliant. It's well worth picking up.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. What else do we have here? Because the article I wrote is in a slightly different order.
Oh man, I can't do order.
Because what I was doing was like everything that we already knew, and then we moved on to the third-party ports. So take that, actually. Anyway,
the next one on the list was Sushi Strikers. Oh God!
I'm actually
from Nintendo Voice. He mentioned this before the Direct come out. Actually, he said it was he's played one of the versions of it and it was really, really good. So I'd be interested to see it. It's a weird puzzle game with multiplayer on it.
I
do like that. So.
I am actually weirdly intrigued by this now. I don't know why. Because it
looks strange.
The theme
it's
song,
very odd.
The theme song is actually quite catchy, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe that's just speaking from my weeb perspective, but
music helped make us the game, I guess.
I am happy this has been coming to Switch as well. Because everything's always good when it comes to Switch. Why not?
I'm a bit kind of, I don't know, I need to see a bit more. The whole concept of it seems a bit unusual, but
it was kind of cutesy in that, but yeah, I'll probably pick it up and give it a go. I like puzzle games like that.
I think the case with this is I think Like last year, how we got Ever Oasis. I think this will be the new Ever Oasis.
Do you reckon?
But
I
the
don't know.
case,
Ever
the
Oasis
case
had a bit
is
more to it.
no,
I'm not so
as
sure
in
on that.
like it's sort of like a sleeper hit, you know. But then even saying that, Ever Oasis, I wouldn't really call that much of a hit. Because I think that's what I liked about Sushi Strikers. Because if that was still kept on 3DS, that game would have been sent out to die.
True.
No,
Wow.
it is true because it would just get swept under the rug. So that's why, in a way, I'm kind of glad that the 3DS releases are like ports of old games. In that sense, but Sushi Strikers does look quite good. I like that there's a multiplayer mode. I'm quite intrigued by that.
I did like that idea.
Yeah. Moving on with Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, they touched a bit more on like cross class and
It looks good. It
Yeah.
does look good. The demo was sort of mixed opinion when I played it, but they have put effort in again, and the whole box set kind of thing looks really good. Like there's loads of all sorts of different features and things coming to with it, so that's cool. And there's new parts and like the two jobs like selection seemed quite an interesting feature. The fact that depending what jobs you chose also changed your character's look as well.
yeah, I like that idea. That's
Nice little
character development and stuff.
Yeah,
It's kind of
that's
cool.
it. Yeah, it was cute. It was cool. But other than that, I don't really know what more else to say about it. It looks very at this stage. It sort of reminds me of sort of Golden Sun more than
It does a bit, doesn't it?
anything. Yeah, and sort of design. So I think Jason will probably like this. I think he'll be somewhere around because he loves Golden Sun and those sort of games.
He does, yeah.
It was supposed to be a sort of take on Chrono Trigger in a way, but it never seems to have worked out that way, which is strange. But yeah, that's cool. I like the art style. The fact it's like 2D on 3D as well. It's kind of
that's a nice
kind
touch.
of weird. Yeah,
But
and it's got its full game now. It's not just Project. It's just Octopath Traveler is the full name. So
yeah, thank God. Don't know why they left it as Project Octopath. Anyway, next one is Travis Strikes Back. No More Heroes.
two.
I've never played the original No More Heroes, but I've heard really good things about it.
Yeah, I'm same.
I feel like I would want to play those two first. I'm really hoping that those two get a Switch release.
That would be cool. I'd like that
Yeah.
actually. Yeah,
Is that for
I doubt
Travis?
it. But I'd like to see it.
I think a lot of people would.
The actual game looks pretty cool though. The fact that he's going within game worlds, which is
Yeah,
kind
it's
of weird.
different game worlds, and like at the end of each game world, there's a boss, and like he's got to go get rid of. He's like vowed to get rid of all the bugs in the games.
Yeah,
Every
Could be
last
interesting.
one. Yeah.
it's a cool idea. So hopefully we'll see a bit more about that in the future.
Some of the art styles look really nice, and some of the effects and detail is amazing. Especially like all the basic and then skill combos as well. You could utilize is interesting. But shame there's no more than that. But I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Really, to give us a bit more.
So did you see the new amiibo that's been announced?
Oh, the
This has
Valerian.
been probably the most surprising amiibo announced, I think.
It's unusual. I could say that much.
No,
Um,
this is the weirdest. This has been the most out of left field amiibo, I feel.
But then Shovel Knight was a bit of a weird one, and
Well, no,
At the
right,
time.
okay, right.
The giant yarn Yoshi.
No,
yeah,
wait, no. To cover it up, in terms of character, this has been the weirdest one.
how so?
Yeah.
That
But no,
all you were
because
saying is that's
right.
the weirdest one.
So beforehand, the only third parties have been Shovel Knight, and that's it. All the others have been Nintendo, and Amiibo is a Nintendo product. So from that point,
Objection.
proceed.
Bayonetta.
Well, that's from Smash.
Cloud.
No, but like that's from Smash.
I just said that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's
No,
not
but
Nintendo.
no, but like
Shovel
Smash
Knight.
is a Nintendo game.
Yeah,
The Cloud
Shovel Knight.
comes no, and the
from
Cloud Amiibo comes from
PlayStation.
Smash. Yeah, so
Shovel
that's
Knight.
surprising. But then from that point, the Amiibo does make sense because of course people in the roster of Smash are gonna get their own Amiibo. So that
Shovel
makes
Knight.
sense. Shovel Knight was surprising because it was the first for fight, but Shovel Knight has very close ties to Nintendo, so it wasn't too surprising.
It's pretty cool
So-
amiibo as well, to be fair.
Yeah, but then like, and then suddenly in this story they announced a Dark Souls amiibo. Dark Souls, who has only really been associated with Nintendo since the Direct Mini, and they're
Yeah.
like, okay, we're getting our own amiibo now, and it's like, mate, what?
Everybody's
That's-
following in the Shovel Knight footsteps. It's like Shovel Knight set the flag
So
the
awful.
pole, and now that everybody's like,
Money,
yeah,
yeah.
one amiibo too.
It prints
that is
money.
that. Anyway, thoughts on the amiibo?
Not gonna get it.
Praise the sun.
I'm not a big Dark Souls fan, so I probably wouldn't get it myself, unless I do
I
end
don't
up getting
think
Dark
it does.
Souls.
I don't know what it does in game. Maybe if
They-
it's not really interesting.
It kills you. That's it. You're dead.
I think they only mentioned that like all you do is, the only thing that you could do is do the praise the sun gesture
Yeah,
whenever you
that's
can.
that's pretty much
and I've
it.
seen it, and it's like, ah,
It's
And
that's
then
a
pretty
bit
cool.
sucky.
secretly, it kills you, and it just flashes on the screen. Get good.
It kills your wallet.
Apparently you can do that gesture anyway at any time, so
I think it's just an early unlock. It's,
Probably. Who knows?
but looks lovely on your shelf. That's about it.
Still, like, it seems like
So-
it will be quite detailed.
Yeah.
let's go Dark Souls to probably the most cutesy Nintendo game there is at the moment. In Captain Toad.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
wait, isn't it
Captain
Mario Tennis
Toad.
next?
It is Mario Tennis next. Jack's kind of got a bit eager there.
Oh, no.
No, I haven't.
Are we going to talk much about Mario Tennis though?
No, because no one cares.
No, no one does care.
Okay, yeah.
be fair,
For those
be
that
fair.
do care, we don't. We're sorry.
To be
Basically, they've changed up some of the
does-
mechanics. In Mario Tennis Aces, it's more about what is it like?
Strategy.
Your shot meter, and you can also smash people's rackets with special attacks if you do it right.
No,
There's also story mode as well.
to
They
be
got a
fair,
story mode.
it's looking far more, far better than Ultra Smash, which I'm happy
Yeah.
about.
It's better
definitely.
than Ultra Smash. We could say that much.
Because
But
it seems like a worthy Mario Tennis, or at least I hope it will be.
no. You can't
Yeah.
say it's worthy. You can say it's better than what the Ultra Smash was, but it's
Yeah.
just still Mario Tennis in all the
I
simplest.
am just hoping for either another sports mix or strikers. That's what I'm hoping for. And I mean, not like realistic football. I mean like proper crazy stages, a lot of character variations.
Pitfall traps.
Exactly,
Brutal
items.
deaths. He's
Proper
going for
special
it all,
shots.
folks.
You know, that's what I'm hoping for. Like special abilities and stuff. That's what I'm hoping for. Anyway,
There's also a tournament mode in there as well.
I don't care.
fair enough. I can't blame you.
I think we better
Um,
glaze on
it's
over to
slow-
the.
The slow motion thing was a bit weird. The fact you had to sort of slow motion and then choose where you want to hit the ball, and then you can hit it back with a powerful hit or defensive hit and stamina bar. It was weird, but not my kind of game. I like the story mode on it as well, and Waluigi has really cool hair, but other than that, I have no interest in it.
Fair.
Oh dear. We better move on to the next one, I guess.
Captain Toad.
Captain Toad.
It's Captain Toad. That's all it is.
It's kind of pretty much a port, except with a few Mario Odyssey levels.
Which I think is a nice
It's a
touch.
deluxe.
I don't know.
I probably won't be picking this up unless I get like it on for really cheap, or if I just somehow manage to get a free
Yeah,
copy.
they better not charge as much as what it was when it came out on the
Yeah,
Wii U,
because,
because I was
like,
very disappointed with the amount they
that
charged for it.
that was my biggest gripe with the Wii U treasure tracker, because I think it was overpriced for what it was.
Yeah.
I think it would be much more suited for like an eShop quality title.
Although
Personally.
actually saying that, it's also coming to 3DS as well, but also that there's a 2-player mode as well if you on Switch, so you just pass a controller and then someone. Yeah, there's a second player option where they can help you out and shoot vegetables at enemies and things.
All right.
Which is pretty cool. I thought it was quite a nice idea, like especially because for a game that could require like a second person's viewpoint, they can actually get involved, which is nice. So yeah, I think that's a nice little touch. And then the 3DS version will help keep the 3DS alive a little bit longer, but I just think it's probably better on the Switch, personally. But hey ho.
Hey ho.
I'll be picking it up because I've never actually played it. If it's cheap enough,
It is fun.
I do agree.
I will say that it's quite a nice game. So I am happy it is getting a second chance on the Switch.
I'm looking forward to the 2-player modes as well. I'll be playing that with my girlfriend, I'm sure. So.
Aww.
Ain't that sweet?
It's so cute, isn't it? There's so the next one I'm sure Jack is very excited about.
Undertale.
Shout out to Jason.
Undertale. Oh my god.
Jason sent me a message on Twitter. And he said, I'm sure I just heard Jack screaming in somewhere as soon as this got announced.
How many times did you say this as well, that Untitled on the Switch? And now they actually finally announced it. Well, they say it's coming eventually. How long is that going to be?
Yeah,
but
I think it's got to be this year. I think so.
I hope so.
I hope for more is if you remember the PS nice bundle with it, they had like the had like a musical box kind of thing that plays the tune from what the raindrops in the game on the statue. It plays that tune on that, and it was really cool, nice bundle with the extra had like an artwork book made by Temmie as well.
Temmie,
artist who is featured in the game. But it just is, if we could get something like that on the Switch as well. But the most important thing, which I really, really want, Amiibo.
That I wouldn't be surprised, to be fair.
They already made like model characters for like just little model things that they've released before, but come on, they got to be doing some like flowy amiibo or something like that. That would be amazing. Come on,
maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised to see it. Being fair,
yeah. And maybe that will be included in a bundle or something rather than the same PS4 bundle. But yeah, really excited for it to come to Switch. I will be picking it up for sure.
I might pick this up, to be fair.
It's a good game.
I urge others to pick it up. Never played it.
I already have it on Steam. I did enjoy it, but I think I definitely do want to play it again, just to get a better understanding of it.
I think Undertale is best enjoyed as a first time playthrough. As long as you play through both the modes all the way through.
Yeah, don't spoil it too much. If the people who haven't played it, it's worth playing.
Try my best to do it without spoiling it. But there's effectively two modes you play through, and there are multiple different endings at the end depending on how you play it. But there's officially only 2 real endings, which
I thought there was 3.
Well, altogether that there is possible of at least 16 different endings in the game, depending on what character lives and dies. So yeah, I won't go any further than that.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to pick it up. Looking forward to playing it out on the go on the Switch and literally just trolling everyone with it. So here, play this.
Yeah. Do you know my strict rules about choosing music for the podcast? That it has to be on a Nintendo system.
Oh god. Oh god.
So now you can.
Oh damn!
You do realise, Matt, we've already had Undertale
I know,
on the...
and that really annoyed me. I knew I should have left you alone.
Well, now it's fine. So the rule is good.
It's not fine, Sam. God, you ruined it.
It's fun.
No, it's fine.
Move on, guys.
Well, technically, I can add Danganronpa music as well because that appeared in Crypt of the Necrodancer. So we all win.
Anyway,
moving
so something's crashing onto Nintendo Switch, isn't it?
I don't know.
Is it?
Like a rock or?
Crash
A piece of
Bandicoot,
fruit.
the Insane Trilogy.
This?
Bandicoot.
I don't know how I
This-
feel.
This took
I'm
me by
so-
surprise. Well, no, it didn't really take me by surprise because this has been heavily rumored for ages.
I mean, Crash has been on the Nintendo console before, but I
The
I
first
don't
three
know.
games. Why are you so unsure about it though?
I just feel like it's a bit too late. The hype's gone. It's
Nah.
just
No.
like kind of catch up.
I don't know.
I'm
Because that's-
happy it's come out for the Switch.
But
We're gonna
again,
be-
like, ain't that the same with like Akame HD though? Because like most of the ports are playing catch up.
Yeah, it's true.
So I think if they market it right, this would be good because again, it's Crash on the go. So that's something to consider. I'm personally
True.
not gonna pick it up again because I have played the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy on my PS4.
Mm.
It's quite good. Not the best, especially when you've already got something like Mario Odyssey, which is far superior in my opinion. But you know, it's still fun. Maybe good.
I didn't pick it up because I don't have a PS4, so I'm quite happy that it's coming to the Switch and Xbox as well, and PC.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm quite happy for this. Yeah, I'll definitely be probably picking it up. Nostalgia more than anything, if I'm honest.
I suppose one question I have is: do the graphics live up to
PS4
like on the PS4 version? Yeah,
I think
It's all
slightly reduced.
it's all HD. It's all been
yeah,
redone.
but it's
I
HD.
think it is.
but
I think it is lesser. Slightly.
is it 4K? Which I'm going to say is no. Which is what the PlayStation boasted.
I
don't
don't know.
think it will be because I think there has been comparison, and I think the lighting's better on the PS4.
Yeah, I thought that
Um,
might be the case.
Right. So
Oh
that's
well,
Crash.
I mean,
Yay.
it's coming. I mean, that would be good fun, I guess. But, like, especially on the go. But hey ho.
Yeah. I agree.
It's Little Nightmares.
I've heard.
which-
Oh
good
yeah,
things.
this is another interesting one. They've shown it a few times now, haven't they? It's been
Hmm.
floating on
Yeah.
before.
I've watched people play this, and it's like for a horror game, yeah, it's good. It's like creepy and
It's something I wouldn't
unusual.
expect to see on a Nintendo console. So it's
Yeah, I was there thinking that's not something you usually would see, but I guess they're trying to branch out and be a bit more adventurous in their titles.
Yeah.
But it's a good game from what I've heard and what I've seen, and
Yeah.
I mean it's about these two kids facing their fears and taking on the nightmares, and like the it's like puzzle rooms, and there's also an amiibo bonus as well with the Pac-Man amiibo.
That looked
as well.
creepy. Like, oh my god, that looked.
What, the little hood?
Yeah. Oh my
I
god.
know, I did find it a bit, but I guess they're trying to link it in a Nintendo. I don't know. But hey ho, I mean they're trying.
Good effort.
Moving on.
Yeah, South Park.
Park.
Yeah,
This is
that was a
weird.
surprise, wasn't it?
going
Yeah.
down to Southbrook on the Nintendo Switch.
This is again
Well,
heavily rumored,
We
but
say
still.
we say a surprise. It's not the first time South Park's been on a Nintendo console.
I know,
Yeah,
but
that's
like, you know, it still wasn't confirmed along with like because it still launched along when the Switch was a thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Even saying that, it looks good because the DLC will be getting launched alongside it as well,
Yeah, I thought that was
which
a
is
good
cool.
idea.
Not
If
included,
Stick of
but
Truth comes out with it, I'd be more interested.
Mm.
But
Eh.
I've already played both of these now, so
is
it's a great game. If you've not played it, pick it
okay
up. Definitely.
because I have played the Stick of Truth before, so but I haven't played this one yet.
No, I haven't played this one yet either.
It's, they both sort of work kind of similarly, but there is some real interesting boss fights again in this mode. Not quite like the unborn child boss in Stick of Truth.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
One
That
of the
was
weirdest
pretty
and most craziest boss fights I've ever known, if I'm honest. So, if you've never played Stick of Truth, I'm sorry, that didn't make any sense to you. But it's a really weird game.
It's
good,
extremely unusual. Shall we move on?
Yeah, there's me bad.
Yeah, Hyrule Warriors just got a release date for May something.
May something.
May 18th,
Yeah.
that was it.
18.
Yep, May the
uh,
18th.
ARMS is getting another global test punch. Then Splatoon 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
Splatoon 2 was a
Yes.
highlight other than Smash. So they showed off version 3.0, which will be getting new stages.
Whoa! What about the new 3D models at the concerts and stuff of
Oh yeah,
the two new squids? Like, I thought that was really nice. Like,
oh yeah.
you know,
That's
there's
been-
like the
I think that's been. I can't remember when that did happen in Japan.
It's next.
I think fairly
Yeah.
recently,
It's only recently.
but it is
But
coming
there's
over to
a
Europe.
tournament in Europe, in Switzerland next weekend.
Pearl and
but-
Marina, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, but I know
Squid
that
Sisters will be
Dalagan
joining as well.
Dalagan's going over there to he's doing the tour. There's a Splatoon tournament over there,
Hmm.
and the whole tour is going to be there as well with all this whole everything. So I'm quite jealous that he's going to be able to see the concert and everything in actual form.
Yeah,
rather than,
I would be quite jealous.
That would
It
be
sounds
quite
really good.
surreal, to be fair.
yeah, it's pretty cool, but very odd, very like the Gorillas kind of way. If you
Yeah, I mean, they
Cool.
made it work. You know,
Yeah.
see how it
it's very
goes.
simple the way they do it. It's pretty cool, pretty interesting.
Sorry, Matt. Version 3.0.
So we'll be coming with new piece of gear, like previous updates.
Over 100.
That's normally the number.
That's what it says in the video.
Yeah, I know, but like the last one was over 100 as well.
I know, but it's just being specific.
Anyway, so they announced a new rank, because there wasn't enough before, which is rank X, which is extreme.
Extreme.
X, so that's unlocked after S plus. Apparently, it's like S plus 10.
Can you
which is
put
crazy?
Next's theme tune in here just to no?
They've added some new stages as well.
New stages.
Camp Triggerfish.
Camp Triggerfish will be, I think, later this month. No, later in April.
Yeah, they got Wahoo World.
Wahoo World is releasing this summer, and then Piranha Pit coming in. I can't remember when.
So are these
I
completely
think
new
they
levels? Or is it-
No,
I know
Piranha
Camp Triggerfish is.
Piranha Pit was also in the first Splatoon.
Okay.
So, what then they finished it off with. Oh wait! Before that, Callie also appears in the single player mode after you beat it, and she tells you some stats. Like,
From what I've heard though of this, you got 100% complete the game to be able to see her appear in the lobby,
really?
which I thought was weird.
I thought it was only just complete only just like beat the final boss.
No, I mean like
Yeah,
every weapon and everything I've heard.
don't think I
What?
got the patience to do every weapon, every level, and 100% it.
Yes, so that's what I'm thinking. It can't be that. Just
Because
can't remember.
I think she comes because she's dependent on the stats for each level, and there's something about the stats in there, maybe some sort of like record to beat or world
Yeah,
record,
but
I
like
don't know,
that
but-
wouldn't necessarily require beating it. It would require beating every level, I guess. Well, definitely beating the final boss, because then that
that's
would
what
make
I've heard so
sense.
far. Anyway, so maybe I'm
But
wrong.
like, is that from official sources though, or
I
just
think
word
so,
of
yeah.
mouth?
Ketchup, mayonnaise, and barbecue.
For fuck's sake. Well, at least, unlike Marcus Sellers, you have a source. So there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a little bit
Heyo.
of a dig at a current news topic. Anyway, and then they topped it off with Octo Expansion, which
Yes.
looks brilliant. It's paid
More
DLC.
story.
Believe it will be around 20 quid because in the US it is $20. So I suspect around about 18 quid.
It's at least 20 quid here then. At least 20 quid.
Yeah. No, because they ain't pounds less than dollars.
Yeah, but they don't understand what like transaction rates are, do they? They always get it wrong and make us pay more. Always happens. Unless you're in
Okay.
Australia where you pay even more than us.
Yeah, it's horrible. But yeah, so it's 80 levels, all single player content. So it's rather meaty, which I'm happy with. So I'm fine with paying for it. It would delve much deeper into the lore of Splatoon, which I'm very happy with, because there are definitely some things that I want. So basically, this is what I feel the single player should have been.
Yeah, I
in a lot of
agree.
ways. Because like the single player in the main game was good, but still very samey, whereas this seems to just be completely different
Looks like
thing,
it.
completely
Yeah.
experimental, and I think it's going to pay off massively.
I think the
especially
biggest bonus is that if you complete the story or this expansion, you get to have an Octoling
playable.
in the main game as a playable
Yeah, it's so cool.
avatar.
So cool.
That's really cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't
So,
wait. I think.
First question, right?
Okay.
First question to this. Have you seen the squid form of it?
Yes. You
No,
mean
that
the
was a question
octopus
though.
form.
It looks like it's got a mustache and it's amazing.
It looks so
Second
cool.
question.
Okay.
Second question. Do you believe there's could be an amiibo for this character?
They can't do the rest and then not do an Octoling.
Yeah.
Well,
it makes
they
sense. to
kind
me.
of have with Marina. So I think
I'm thinking,
I've
right, that they might do this as an amiibo to unlock the mode. That might be DLC.
No, because
no.
if anybody can't get a hold of it, then that's not fair, is it?
I wouldn't be surprised if there was an Octoling amiibo, but I kind of doubt it. And because like
Yeah.
we've already got the boy, girl, squid, and the Squid Sisters from Splatoon 1.
And
And
the
then
alternate
for
versions of
Splatoon
them.
2, we've got the boy, girl, and squid again, in addition to Palamarina. So I think an Octoling will also be a bit pushing it. I wouldn't be surprised though.
But then you look at like the Smash Bros amount of amiibos.
No,
I
but
mean,
like
you can't really.
no, because the Smash amiibo was to train up your own fighters, right? So that made
Yeah.
sense for each person to have it. Whereas in Splatoon, it's more just for like just bonuses. So we could be singing Octoling. You could, and I think the design has become quite popular.
Was there an Octoling boy and an Octoling girl? Because I saw
there's
the girl.
there's
I
a
don't know.
boy and a girl. That's been
Oh, a boy and a
confirmed.
girl. Okay, cool.
Just the girl seems to be more main featured.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. Personally, I'm finding the boy design just okay. It's an alright boy design. I still think I prefer. I think I still prefer the design of the Inklings though.
Cool.
Yeah. Right.
But
Oh.
that pretty much covers all Splatoon, doesn't it? That was
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
a massive
And
update. There's so much going on.
I think
Yeah, cool.
I think they also confirmed, I think last year, that content. Well, Splatfest will be going on for 2 years, and then actual content will be going on for 1 year after release. So I think this Octo expansion will be like the finale of new content coming to Splatoon 2, which I think is looking like it'll be a good send off. I think. So I can see this coming around about the 1 year anniversary of Splatoon 2. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe, yeah.
Right.
Would make sense.
there is
Okay.
obviously one more final bit, but
We'll be going
we
to that
will be covering that
in
later.
its own section.
Mm. We better move on to our next
Yeah.
section, really, since we've covered quite a lot in this discussion.
That
Oh,
is
this took
true.
forever, isn't it?
Exactly. Anyway,
Cool.
right, let's move on to the next section. So this is the "What have we been playing" section of the podcast. Who would like to go first?
Jack goes first.
I don't mind going first because I haven't got much to talk about really. Strangely, I have been playing the Luigi Balloons mode on Mario Odyssey, which is very fun actually. It's like a hide and seek sort of game
Ooh.
where you hide a balloon anywhere on any of the maps where Luigi's located, and you have up to 60 seconds, I think it is, maybe 30, to go find your friend's balloon or whoever balloon you're trying to search for. But it's quite difficult actually to try and find really weird places to hide your balloons and to actually send them to your friends. It's quite, you like codes on Mario Maker. You can basically get a code for every balloon you put down, and you can send them to your friends to like, here you go, try this balloon out by putting the code in. So it's pretty cool. It's like got that sort of thing to it. But it's actually quite beneficial if you've not unlocked everything in the game yet, because every time you basically get an achievement from Luigi if your friends fail to get the balloon, or if you yourself find the friend's balloon, you get coins for doing all these little things. And the more you go through each part of doing the hiding and the collecting, you get like a level up system depending on how well you've done.
Oh.
So for instance, I'm on 15 star at the moment, and as you go up each level you get more coins for every time it goes through, kind of thing. Every sort of balloon gets found, you get coins for it and things like that. So it starts out quite low, like 10, 15 coins, but as you keep going, it can go up to like 90 to 200 continually, like amount of coins. So if you're trying to sort of get those last bits of clothing items, like for instance the skeleton outfit, which is 9,999 coins.
I think it's 9,999.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Then it's quite a good idea, really, to keep playing Luigi's balloons and put as many down on each level as you can, and hopefully your friends fail at finding them. So it's been quite fun to watch. Yeah, it's been quite fun to watch a few of my mates play through it as well. Paul Lloyd in particular has been playing Luigi's balloons and getting his viewers to hide balloons for him to then go find, and it's been quite an interesting sort of idea. And people really are thinking outside the box with it, or where they can put them now, and it seems to be getting more and more difficult at where they hide them. The only problem with it is you've got to be on a standing platform to be able to put the balloon down. So you can't just like jump in the air and then press the button to put it down. It's got to be on a physical platform. But it works on, the scarecrows that you go without Cappy.
Yeah.
Like the puzzles on those, you can put them on those blocks and things like that, so it can really confuse people. Like, how do I get there? It's in the middle of the air. Oh, wait a minute, use the scarecrow. So the things like that, people are trying to look outside the box, and like certain areas where you need certain items to be able to unlock areas whereas people haven't necessarily unlocked yet. Maybe they hide it under there so you can't get it, which is a lot of people been doing that and just farming balloons, which is really odd and strange. But yeah, it's quite fun. I think that the whole achievement rate on it and leveling up keeps that idea going. But I think it's just the whole interaction with people as well. Like, for instance, I've had lots of people on Twitter say, "Haha, I've got your balloon this week," and then showing the video of how to get the balloon, which actually really annoyed me, because I'm like, well, now everyone knows how to get it. So, but I'm not 100% sure how it works, but I think after one person gets your balloon, I believe it pops, and then you have to place a new one. Or whether it continues or not, I'm not 100% sure. I'm still trying to work out how it all works, but I'll look a bit more into that next and let you know next episode. So that's cool.
I think
I've also noticed. Sorry, Matt, go.
I was just going to say about the fact that people can get the balloons out of bounds. That has been my... Like, granted, Nintendo really can't do anything about it, but that's just kind of really killed the mode for me.
Yeah, there's some glitchy places where you can put balloons, which is a little bit frustrating.
It's annoying when, like, you spend a lot of coins for a really hard to find balloon, and then you find that it's just stuck in the wall, and it's like, well, I don't know, like, it's a fun idea, but I couldn't really, like, be bothered, because, like...
Yeah, the thing with that, I'd suggest, though, on the lists, you normally get, like, 3 pages of people to look at every time you look at the lists when you open up the game on Luigi's Balloons. And basically... You can tell there how hard the difficulty each balloon is by the level of the player on there.
And that's why I'd want to be like, oh yeah, I want to, like...
If someone's got like 40 plus, it's going to be a really difficult balloon in a very stupid place to try and collect, basically. Like, but if they're a lower down level, it might be easier to find.
Yeah, but like the thing is it's like if it's one from like one that actually takes skill, then I'm personally fine with that. It's just when there'll be people who just get it out of bounds just for some quick money, which that's when I have problem with it.
It is annoying, I must admit, and maybe there's some sort of way they can create where some of these balloons are. Maybe they can sort of block that from happening. Maybe get rid of the balloon itself. But yeah, you're going to get that with annoying people would do that.
I know, but still,
but just when you can avoid it. But it's one of those. Yeah, it's. But you can do streaks as well. So if you get so many balloons within one life, kind of thing, and you continually get more and more balloons, you get more and more money added up as a multiplier.
Right.
So there's a challenge there that if you can get them all within one life, kind of thing. It's difficult to do, but you can multiply that money up really quickly. So if you go for loads of really easy balloons, maybe you can get more money that way anyway. So it's one of those, but cool. It's really fun. I really do recommend it. And I'm on to 700 moons now on Mario Odyssey. And that's some strong, hard effort to get to that far. There's still so many more to get, and I'm struggling now with it. To be fair, there's just some of the really annoying ones, like the birds that fly around in the areas, and you've only got one chance. You've got one chance every time they go all the way around the whole map, and then they come back to this spot. You might be able to get it if you're really lucky, but those ones are really annoying me at the moment. Yeah.
Are you going to be like me and get completely burnt out by trying to go for all 999? I'm
tempted to do it. I had a massive break from Mario Odyssey, and I've just come back to it recently. But because it got to a point where I was just like got fed up of this collecting moons. There was nothing really. I didn't really think I was gaining anything for it. But now, what made me go back to it is like my girlfriend Kat. She's saying like I'm on 740 odd moons or whatever she's on now, and I'm like, oh my god, that's not on. so I was like, okay, I'm going to get at the high end now. I can get more moons than that, and then I just can't beat it. I can't beat her at the moment on it. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I think that sort of urged me to come back to it and play it again. And it was nice to play again. And I am going to try my best to get to that highest moon total possible. But I've never really been 100% like completer of games, if I'm honest. There's only like 4 games I've ever done that with, I think.
Because in all honesty, that's what kind of burned me out about Mario Odyssey in comparison to the other 3D Marios.
We had the same problem with Breath of the Wild as well, didn't we? Like, we all sort of got burnt out from doing too much in that as well. But
no, it's like
at the same time.
Like I can see that point, but Breath of the Wild like had something a bit more, whereas Mario Odyssey just feels a bit more tedious. Because like
it does get tedious near the end, yeah, because there's a lot of the same puzzles in each world kind of thing to solve.
Yeah, but like even trying to just get to 999, I had to do that like coin farming thing in Bowser's Kingdom like over and over again. So it's like for the last like 10 hours maybe more, I just became like a bit burnt out. It was still good, but definitely like lesser than the main game. So I would have preferred like less moons, but more challenging and more rewarding.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, oh, it's the same thing in each kingdom, but slightly different.
I think the achievement list has sort of kept me going a little bit with Toadette as well. But the fact you talked, I didn't speak to her for ages. Come back to her, and all of a sudden I've got like 60 moons I've unlocked, which was really odd. but I think that sort of kept me going in it. That the fact there's still extra things to unlock doing it that way, but doing so many amounts of jumps and stupid things like that. And that's kept me going for a little bit. But I can understand what you mean in terms of being burnt out with that game. It does get kind of frustrating near the end, the fact that everything is literally the same mission or the same goal, but in every single area. For instance, like collecting bunny rabbits, and Captain Toad is in like practically every level and things like that. It's like now you got to try and search Captain Toad wherever the hell he is and things like that. It's like, okay, but why didn't you just do something different in this world? Or there could have been something else they could have done there, rather than just put in the same thing you just did in the last level. So it's not a bad thing, and they do really think outside the box with a lot of the level design and everything. But it just seems a little bit like tedious near the end. Maybe I'm not like a criticizing it as much, but it's just a little bit annoying. But anyway, it's still a great game, and nevertheless, and love playing it so far. So let's go through some other games I've been playing. The same reason I've been playing Splatoon is because Kat's got to level 54 on Splatoon.
Jesus.
I'm just like, how? I'm on like half of that.
I've probably not touched it in a long time.
Yeah, I'm like half of that. I definitely need to get back into playing more, because I have recently. Recently I mean like a couple of weeks ago.
Did you play the recent Slapfest, which was Chicken versus Egg?
I think I did.
Chicken won, I think.
Chicken did win, which was annoying because everyone was on Team Egg.
Yeah.
Hashtag Team Egg, But yeah, just as fun. I did like the way that it was white and yellow, and it looked like a yolk on the battlefield every time.
That was cool.
On that one. That was quite outside the box kind of thing. It was cool.
I think they've done that before.
Not with those colours, I don't think.
No. I think
and ketchup, for instance, with white and red. But every time they've done it, they've done specific colours for each team and things. But it just the way it looked, it was kind of unique, I thought. But it was kind of annoying with the white though, because not on every level it seems like you can't quite see where it is. It's really weird. But anyway, it was fun. Team Egg lost to the Team Chicken, but that's Splatoon.
I would have chosen Team Chicken anyway. So
other games I've been playing, Stardew Valley. I've played so much Stardew Valley. It's unbelievable. I think
I was the best game ever.
It's really good for a game that's just like literally is just farming and a bit of story here and there in
Story,
between.
spelunking, love story, adventure.
There's just so much to do in it. I think I'm trying my best to sort of. There's like a room full of these little green alien creature things, and they've all got like achievements for you to get, and you unlock different things as you do it.
Oh, I can't remember what they're called.
The town hall area, anyway. Like
yeah,
decrepit town hall.
The Jujus, the little spirits.
The Jinjos from Banjo-Kazooie. No.
Good
but
one.
yeah, but in there it's all like achievements and things in there, and you unlock different things as you go through. Like for instance, you are on like a quarry area where you can like harvest different types of rocks and ores and things off the cuff. But yeah, there's also a minecart that I unlocked, which really was the most useful thing because it basically turns into a shortcut between like 4 different areas.
Yeah, it saves you so much time.
Yeah, so you don't realise how much more you can play from having that shortcut, and there's so much more you can do in a day. So it's quite useful. I'm still going through, and you level up each part of the jobs you can do. So, for instance, like fishing, if you start fishing lots of things in one day, you might level up to the second level and might be able to get a better rod or craft something else differently. Get different baits and things to use for fishing. It happens for every single level. So there's like a mining one. There's a gathering level, and every time you level up you can unlock a new item to build or a new item to help you on your adventure, and it does sort of keep gradually giving me these things now really slowly near the end, because I'm quite leveled up on most of these now, and I've not quite like got everything, but I'm still nearly there. But I'm still learning lots of things which I didn't know at the start, and I've seen a lot of videos of people saying, "I wish I knew this like from the start, and I'll be able to have done so much like more quickly." And I think that would make me want to play through it again now, knowing a lot more of how to play Stardew Valley. I think I'll be able to do it a lot quicker and enjoy it a bit more.
Yeah.
I've played through a whole year on there. In fact, like playing like through spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
Yeah.
And playing through the different seasons does sort of give you that sort of different gameplay sort of knowledge, because you've got to plant different seeds at different times of year. Some of those flowers and vegetables and things you collect from those particular plants might be used for the achievement room, so you might need to get those certain ones for certain achievements. So there's lots more to do as you go through. So I missed some of the spring vegetables at the start of the year, so I'm going to go back to spring now and get those vegetables for the achievement. So there's a lot more still to do, and there's one place in your actual farm which starts out saying your grandpa will visit you in 3 years' time.
Your grandpa, your dead grandpa.
Dead grandpa, right. He'll visit you in 3 years' time.
The ghost of your grandpa will come and haunt you.
So that sort of kept me like interested and say, oh, what's going to happen here when I get to this third year then? Is something going to happen there? I've never got that far. So
I won't spoil it for you though.
Good. I'm glad for that. Thank you, Sam. But yeah, it gives you a few options on what you want to store on your farm as well. So, for instance, I'm now storing mushrooms in a little underground cave area, but I believe you can store something else in there as well, which I wasn't really sure about. Maybe the second playthrough, I'll try the different options and see what happens. You've also got the option to actually demolish the whole achievement room at the start and turn it into a supermarket, which is a very odd thing, but apparently not as enjoyable, because you literally have to just buy all the achievements rather than actually fulfill them with items. So
it's not as fun that way.
It's not as fun that way. But yeah, it's cool. It's a real fun game, Stardew, and I really do recommend people sort of check it out when they can. If you haven't got it on the Switch yet, I really do recommend it on the Switch. I think it feels easier to play on there for me. I don't mind it on PC on Steam, and I still want to do a playthrough of it on there for my channel. But it just seems to flow a lot better on the Switch, and the fact I can
Right.
take it to work and things and do an hour here and there, and then close it down again and come back to it whenever. So I try and do at least a day on the in game, so I've got something still continually happening every day. So, but yeah, it's really fun, and I do highly recommend it. I haven't really played much else on the Switch as far as I'm aware. I picked up Monster Hunter Generations on 3DS for a little bit after I've been playing so much Monster Hunter the World on Xbox at the moment. That game is so good. Seriously, I don't think anything's going to beat my game of the year at the moment. That is just amazing. It's been I've captured so many monsters and fought so many monsters, and even done it with like teams and things. And Jason Joe joined me with Panda before. We had a great like 4-player effort on there. But those guys are now so far ahead of me in the game that I just can't keep up with them. So I'm going my own pace to try and unlock all the extra items and armors and like swords and things. It's just so fun. You can guarantee you after one particular item and you'll be trying to grind for it for ages, and it's going to really annoy you. But at the same time, I can quite easily play that forever and have no problem with it. It's just so fun. I do want to mention quickly, Sea of Thieves was released yesterday, and all I can say is what a mess that was of a release. I basically got in from work and I downloaded it and tried to start playing it and couldn't get on it at all. I literally could not. The servers weren't working. I tried for about 4 hours trying to get on it. And I paid £50 for this game, so I was really, really pissed off that I couldn't get on it.
Fuck.
Yeah. Eventually managed to get on about midnight last night. Just joined a random team of 2 other guys, and we honestly, none of us knew what we were doing. We just hit a few things on the ship, and all of a sudden we're sailing. I'm like, fine. We got as far as probably about 100 yards away from the original starting place where we were, and we got basically attacked by a kraken, a big giant like squid octopus monster thing. Just literally devoured our whole ship and just ate us completely. I got stuck in mid-air, glitched out, could not move other than I could move around looking around, but I was just stuck in mid-air on the end of this, like on the end of a tentacle. So like Matt's like weird dreams and things he has, and basically it was just stuck there and I couldn't do anything, and I was like after that, close that game, not playing that again until they fix the servers. So I would suggest avoiding that game for a little while until they do, because it's just, oh god, it was awful. So but yeah, if anyone does play Sea of Thieves or Monster Hunter on Xbox and would like to join me for some games, please let me know, and I will absolutely be up for hunting or whatever. So please let me know. I will now pass the buck to whoever wants to talk about the games they've been playing. I don't know who would like to go next.
Go on, Matthew, since you haven't been on here long enough.
Fair enough. Well, I've been playing Dangle. No, just kidding. I talked about that. I talked about that the last episode I was here.
Yeah.
I haven't
And
been...
every other episode.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, since I got V3, which is the pinnacle of the series. So it's been like, I think before Christmas that episode aired, so it's been since Christmas. Persona 5 I finished, loved it, cracking game. One of my favourites of all time now, probably. Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle, I finished that, I think, back in January. It's quite nice. I did enjoy it. I'm looking forward for the DLC. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Right, as for what I've probably been playing, Nier Automata, that is one I got for Christmas. It's good. I need to get back into playing it more.
What is that? I've never heard
So
of it.
it's published by, I think it's published by Square Enix.
It is Square Enix, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Developed by Platinum Games. Basically, it's been... it's hard to describe. It is very action heavy. I wouldn't say it has a satisfying combo system like Bayonetta does, because Bayonetta,
Mm.
like, you could pull off like a lot of combos depending on button inputs, whereas like Neo Automata does feel like a bit more limited in that sense.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the main premise is that this Mysterian machine aliens have taken over the Earth, and that's been the case for a fair number of years. And so 2B, who you play as, is an android in service of mankind, um, who is trying to reclaim planet Earth. It's quite good. I quite like the story. The music is good. Quite epic sounding.
Mm.
It's hard to describe, but it is good. If you like action games, then yeah, it's definitely one to pick up. It's gotten like a crazy amount of like critical acclaim. Um, Definitely one of the more popular ones, I think, from last year in terms of like well-received titles. Um, so yeah, so I need to get back into doing that. Um, what else? Fire Emblem Warriors. I
Okay.
finished the story mode of that just the other day. Um, it's fun, you know. It's a Warriors game. It's not deep or anything, especially the story, because all it is
Is
the
that game as long as Hyrule Warriors, or is it more to it?
right. So that's the thing. I'm not sure because it's like I think the story mode may be the same length.
Right.
Um, but the thing is that right. Sorry, I'm all over the place with this. So if you did play Hyrule Warriors, basically what you're gonna get is the same game, but with Fire Emblem characters as well. But
Mm.
that being said, they do a lot of other things as well. So one thing that I do like is that you're allowed to change between four characters. So before you go into battle, you get to choose four units who you want to play as, in addition to four
Right.
other units who will be like allied.
Okay.
So the main thing that I like about Fire Emblem Warriors is the commanding system. So like in the main games, you're allowed to tell units to go to this fort to capture it, or something like that, because there is traditional Fire Emblem Wars rules in play. So that's sword beats axes, axes beat lances, lances beat swords. There's that triangle in play.
Yeah,
So
like the
if
original
so if
game. Yeah.
there's so if you want to keep on playing as a sword-based character like Lucina, um, but you see that there's a fort that you still have to capture and it's being guarded by lance users. Of course, you
Yeah.
don't want to go there because sword users aren't as strong to lancers. So what you can do is either switch to an axe user, or you could order an axe user, say Frederick, to go over to that fort and capture it. And normally do a good job because you don't give them orders; they just stand around and not doing much. But once you
Yeah.
give orders, I've found that to be greatly helpful, and that is key in order to actually win a map. I find.
Right.
So
Yeah.
especially coming after Hyrule Warriors, where you can only play as one character, it's a really welcome change. So I
Yeah.
hope that
Definitely.
so that's the thing with Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. You can choose between like four characters to play as in one map, which is
Oh,
welcome.
okay.
Because that was a change that they brought in the 3DS version. But
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they also have the command system, because I found that to be really helpful. Because I don't want other people to just randomly be in one other place where I don't know. Whereas Fire Emblem Warriors is easy to keep a track of everything. Um, but you know, it's Warriors game, so it's just a hack and slash. It's a good time. But my main problem is within the character variety. So this is the problem that Hyrule Warriors did have at launch.
Yeah.
Because at Hyrule Warriors base game, you had so you had like the mainstay Zelda group given like Hyrule Warriors redesign. So that's Link, Zelda, Sheik, Impa, and Ganondorf, right? And then the
Yeah.
only other characters to get representation were Skyward Sword, Ocarina of Time, and Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
And then in the DLC for the Wii U version, it was pretty much an extension of that. So you got more Twilight Princess, you got more Majora's Mask people, and then you also got the other original NPCs that you could play as. So for
Well,
me,
there was some Wind Waker in there as well, wasn't there?
yeah, so that's what I'm getting into with the Legends edition for 3DS. That's when they introduced Wind Waker people, and then
That's it.
for the DLC for that game, they introduced even more games from the series. So they got Link's Awakening and Link Between Worlds and a lot of other stuff, Spirit Tracks as well. So when the Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition comes out, I feel like there's a good amount of variety there across the whole Zelda series.
Yeah.
Whereas Fire Emblem Warriors, on the other hand, like the base game for Hyrule Warriors, focuses on 3 games, being the first game, which stars Marth, the guy from Smash Bros. Um, you still there?
Yeah, still there.
Okay, just checking if like there was a glitch or something. Um, then you also got Fire Emblem Awakening, which was pretty much the game that saved the series. That was on 3DS, and then you've also got Fates, which was the follow-up to it, and that's been the most popular, I think, best-selling. Yeah. So my main problem comes with that. I didn't like the fact that they over-relied on it, because one of the main focuses of the game's story is that these 2 original characters have to find heroes from other worlds in order to complete the Shield of Flames.
Yeah.
So these heroes include Marth and Chrom, coming from the Shadow Dragon and Awakening respectively. But then they spend 3 more on Fates only characters. So there's Ryoma, who's the head of the Hoshida family, Xander, who's the head of the North family, and then Corrin, who's the main Avatar character. Side note, I'm quite happy that they went with the female Corrin, just to give it a bit more diversity. I thought that was quite cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't like the fact that like they seem to over rely on Fates and Awakening, because they do add more characters. So like, but then again, that's only 2, because that's Lyn from the first Fire Emblem game over here. She's incredibly popular. And there's also Celica, who was in Fire Emblem Echoes, which released last year. Yeah, so like I'm happy that there was a bit of variety in that sense, but my main problem also is some characters just played the exact same as other characters.
Right. Yeah. That was the problem with the same in Hyrule. A lot of them were quite similar,
really?
but
no, but like not even similar, just like flat out the same movesets.
Okay.
So Sakura from Fates, she also uses bow like her big brother Takumi. But Takumi is naturally bowsman, so it makes sense for him to have a bow, whereas Sakura just feels like, oh, she just happens to have a bow. But they both have the exact same moveset, apart from like their specials.
Right, yeah.
Which is really annoying when like deciding who to play as, because it's like, if it's gonna be one or the other, then I want to play as Takumi. Only because he's cooler, but so that's annoying. And the annoying thing is with the 3 lance users you gain, being Hinoka, Cedar, and Cordelia, right?
Yeah.
They are the only lance users you gain during the main game. They are all on Pegasi rather, and they all play the exact same. So you have pretty much just 3 characters that are the exact same. And it's so annoying because, I don't know, I could go on for a whole day, but at the end of the day, Fire Emblem Warriors is fun. Pardon?
They're all clones.
They're all clones, pretty much. But yeah, you know, I had a good time with it. I may delve into more of the bonus content, because there does seem to be a substantial amount. But yeah, I enjoyed my time with it.
As a Fire Emblem fan, do you think it's promoted the series better, or
it's supplemented the series, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's on the up, Fire Emblem, you know. So I am happy that it got like, aside from Fire Emblem Heroes, it actually got like a proper spin-off, which I think is quite good. Like in terms of gameplay, it transferred quite well, but I would have loved to see more representation. Like Ike isn't there, who's a fan favorite as well. Roy is also a fan favorite. Um, Hector has also grown in popularity. So there are still like a lot of popular Fire Emblem characters that I'm sad didn't make it in. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping there will be a sequel down the line. But yeah, that's enough about that. The next one. Do you want me to take a little break? Because I feel like I've been talking for a fair amount.
That's okay, man. You might as well get it out of the way and done with,
Okay,
haven't
right. Okay. The next one is Layton's Mystery Journey, Catcher Out and the Millionaire's Conspiracy. As a long time Layton fan, I've played all the previous games.
Don't we know it?
I'm quite disappointed in this one, being honest.
you? Okay.
Um,
You
How
just-
so?
so the main game is there, so like you just go around and solving puzzles. But it just something about it just feels lifeless because like before going in, I already heard some things like, oh yeah, it's a bit like underwhelming. It's like, oh yeah, but I'm always there. We're not always there, but the puzzles are the main thing. That's what I liked about the like original games. But yeah, just something right.
Is this one the one that was on mobile, Matt, or is this the
Yeah.
a different
So
one?
this was the one that was also on mobile way before on the 3DS.
Yeah.
So I don't know why, but that was the case that happened. Right. So Catriel, who's the daughter of Professor Layton, she could be a bit bratty sometimes, being honest. But on the whole, I really enjoy her. I think she's a breath of fresh air, in terms of being a protagonist. I think
Yeah.
she's greatly enjoyable. So yeah, that's one plus. Granted, I haven't completed the game yet. I think I'm around about just under halfway through
Okay.
the story. But yeah, but just like the other characters, they feel like a bit short because in the original, of course, you got Layton, who's a true gentleman. It's something that I quite admired. Then you've also got Luke Triton, who he was a cool assistant. He wasn't the best, but he was quite cool character, I thought. He made a good princess. Then Emmy, who was introduced for the prequels, she was kind of a kick-ass character. She was a good psychic as well, assistant.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we get that with Catriel's psychics as well. But so far, I'm not really seeing it because it's a talking dog. You think it's funny, but like most of his jokes fall a bit flat, I find. So that's
it 'cause
kind
he's
of
a dog?
disappointing. No, I don't know. It's just not great writing. It just falls flat. That's the thing.
It's all
Right,
bark and
yeah.
no bite.
Yeah, pretty much. Good one, Sam.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Ernest Layton, who is more of an assistant role, but I find him to be a bit too much of a suck up so far. He's kind of cool. Yeah, not as enjoyable as the previous trilogy of characters. But
Cool.
my problem is with one is the puzzles. So puzzles return.
I would hope so. The Layton game, they're all puzzles.
Yeah.
aren't
But they feel like a bit lesser.
they? Yeah.
Something about them because like so far, I think I read in one interview they're very much like trick puzzles. So like the obvious answer is going to be the unobvious answer.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Do you think it's because of the mobile release? Is this an easier
No,
game to
I think
play, or?
one of the reasons, sadly, is because the previous mastermind for the puzzles passed away in 2016.
Oh, okay.
So I
That's
think they
sad to
brought in a
hear.
new guy, and I think so far some puzzles are quite good, but it's always like a trick puzzle. Like you could get them, but it's always like one of these puzzles that really annoyed me is like, so basically the puzzle was, oh, you're driving a car and you want to get to some place as soon as possible, and there are two options. One route is known for being a quiet road, and one route is known for being a busier road with a lot of cars and a lot of traffic. So which path would you choose? And then you got either option. So the obvious short answer would be the quieter path, but the right answer is, of course, the busy road. Because everyone wants to go on the quiet road, that road then becomes the busy road.
Okay.
So
yeah.
So the puzzles are sort of like that, and I'm just kind of annoyed. Because like the original Laytons did have that as well, but like there was a certain like knack to them that made it like, oh right, that's actually really clever because it's right in front of my eyes, you know. Whereas like something about these puzzles are a bit like iffy. I don't know how to explain it that well.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hoping for, a remake of the original 3 on Switch. I would love that.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So
a new game altogether,
yeah,
maybe.
maybe. But the other thing is the story. So with previous Layton games, it's always been like these weird places. So first game you've got this weird village with its own mystery. The second game you're on a train journey to a mysterious destination. Third game, you're supposedly in a time machine and are transported into future London.
Oh.
And that's really cool to see. And the prequel trilogies get interesting as well. Like in the first of prequel trilogies, which is Layton's very first adventure, you go to the hometown of Luke, which was quite interesting as well. Probably the weakest out of the original 6, but you know it's still good. Then not Majora's Mask, Miracle Mask. That was in like a festival themed town. That had its own unique atmosphere, and then in the Azran Legacy, the 6th and final one, you run all around the world to all different places. So the thing that I liked is like it felt like an adventure and an overall mystery to everything, right? And like even with an overall mystery, you know, you still got like other bits as well. Like, oh, who is this character? What's going on here? But in Catch Rose Mystery, the main story is told in cases. So at the very start of the game, you just get the fact that Catriel has set up her own detective agency, and she meets Shell, who's the talking dog.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it for the opening of the game, and then after that, it's just cases. So you're dealt with a problem, and just a single problem, and then you get an answer which feels quite unsatisfactory. Because it's not like a big mystery either. It's not like... So one case is just to find a person's missing pet.
Right.
And that's not fun. You know, it just feels like needless. It just feels like, okay, we're doing odd jobs now. But like, it doesn't feel fun from a story perspective. You know,
Yeah.
so some can generally be interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. Some things are just like a bit. It's not Layton. That's what I'm gonna say. It's
Yeah.
Layton branding.
It's like a sub-series, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I
Okay.
think, because like, so that's what I'm hoping. If the next Layton game does go back to Catriel, I hope that she goes on a proper adventure of herself.
Yeah.
Because I think one of the main themes of the series is like Catriel's proving a name for herself, because everyone knows Herschel Layton.
Yeah.
And I think in one of the cases the client flat out says, "Oh, I thought I specifically asked for Professor Layton," and she's like, "Fuck you! I'm his daughter. I'm going to take it in his place."
Literally just that.
Oh no, not literally.
Middle finger.
Of course not. Exaggeration. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist. It's like, oh, I'm going to show that I'm not like my father, but like, I don't think it's
But
done a
you are,
great job of
though.
that.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't done a great job of that. So I'm really hoping she goes out on a grand adventure next time. But so far the cases aren't really doing much. Granted, I need to press on forward. I wanted to like see it through to the end, of course. But yeah, just not what I was hoping for the first Layton game in 4 years.
Yeah. Well, hopefully
Yeah.
the next one be turn up
Hopefully.
soon. You never know.
Yeah.
Last one on my list, ending on a high here, very high.
You've
Celebrate
got
Chronicles.
exactly 45 seconds to talk about Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Oh my god, what a game! Oh my god. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what I could say about it really, because you two don't have it, do ya?
No, I've
No.
never played it. I've never played Xenoblade
No.
at all. So.
Never have I.
I know of it, so...
Yeah, it's just a magical game. Like, with Xenoblade Chronicles X, which was for the Wii U, I wasn't really too into that because I didn't really like the theming of it that much. It was a cool theme, but it didn't have like that charm that pulled me in.
Yeah.
And there was just too much going on. You know, there was too many layers to the game, and that eventually just drove me off of it. But Xenoblade Chronicles 2, at the start, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm having an alright time. You know, it's quite good. But then, like, I think with all RPGs, you need to give it like a lot of time
Yeah.
until like you start seeing what it really has to offer. And that was the case with this, but oh my god, like I think definitely one of the highlights of 2017. I think it was a great way to end out the year because it has, I don't know, it's just the characters are all lovable. The music is actually so damn good. Rex I like. He's a cool protagonist, even though he is very cheesy at times. The gameplay mechanics is quite well constructed. I do have some complaints. I may talk about it next time when I finish the game because I'm very close. I'm on the final chapter.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I may want to go into it a bit more next episode. Just because I don't want to take up any more time here. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Sam, what about you?
I have been playing Bayonetta 1 and 2. Purely because I love the games. Bayonetta 1 I've now probably bought for the 4th time. And Bayonetta 2 for the 2nd time. I quadruple dipped. Yeah, geez, I've bought it more times than anything. But yeah, I mean, I love the games. The story's great. I think they've improved upon like the previous, like on the Wii U version. Like it's a bit better. There's not anything different than what you could get from the Wii U versions. Just a bit better graphics, frame rates, which I kind of touched upon. And obviously it has all the little extras and bonuses like the costumes and like the weapons and stuff. But I've been playing more of that. I enjoy it. You know, it's you know, one of my good go-to games. Like Matt said previously, the combo system flows a lot better. It's a shame they didn't add more combos to the game, but you know, it's still a really good port. So I've been playing that. I've kind of gone back a bit because I had friends around, so we played a bit of Mario Kart 8, and everybody gets competitive when that comes out, and
always,
and a bit of, obviously, because obviously we're going to touch upon it later, we've been playing Smash Brothers because we're all super excited, so we're like, oh, we got to play this, I'll get into it again, and like again, it gets very competitive very fast, so yeah, just thought we'd crack that out and have a good game, which has been good fun. Just like all of us making little speculations and stuff and trying to get back into the mechanics and how it works. It depends how like the new game will work really, but we'll touch upon that in a little bit. I've also been playing Shantae Half Genie Hero because they brought out the new Friends to the End add-on for the extra story, which was alright. I'm a bit sad it was a bit short. I 100%ed it. Didn't take me too long, to be honest. It took me couple of hours the most.
Quite short then.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a side story. I mean, it wasn't vastly difficult. There were a few challenges, but it was just like, okay, not super challenged, but it was enjoyable. But hey ho, I mean, it is what it is, and it was nice to sort of have an extra layer to the story. And lastly, I've kind of been playing Kirby Star Allies. I'm quite enjoying this game. It's nice because you can kind of just like people can jump in, jump out with the whole ability system, and like basically the main story is that there's some evil organization thing that are after these dark like hearts that have spread across like Kirby's world, and he gets affected by one, but it's like a good one, and it allows him to make friends like with some of the like enemies and characters, so they join up.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's quite sweet and endearing, and like you go along, you just like get more allies to join you, so you obviously have different abilities. You still have the normal copying and stuff, but you can actually use the little characters to like add to your weapon depending on what ability it is, of course.
Right, yeah.
So you can get like, if you have the sword, you either like merge some fire to it and make it a fire sword, or you can merge some ice to it and make it an ice sword, or there's like other abilities like it's like fighter or suplex, so you can do like a friend throw.
Okay.
Which is quite interesting. And then what else is there? And then there's like little platforms you do like a super ability almost. So what was there? There was there's like you'll like form a ring and then you roll down a hill and like try and collect stuff and break through like obstacles. There's another one which was like a train and you just like run along walls and up ceilings, and it's really funny and sweet. I definitely recommend it from like if you want to have like people around to just play a funny silly game. I mean, I think like you guys were saying, it's kind of short story. I've gotten quite far. I haven't finished, but I don't know if I haven't spoiled it for myself because I don't want to see what like too many extras, so like I want to be a bit more surprised, but I hope there's more stuff after the main story. But it's good fun. I mean, there's like also little puzzle pieces you collect because obviously it's like the 25-year anniversary. They've done like music and like pictures from old games, and it's quite fun. It just makes you want to go out and find the puzzle pieces more. But I definitely recommend it. It's a good game.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say it's well worth picking up. That's
good.
Pretty much what I've been playing.
Yay!
Whee.
That's pretty much it. We're going on to our final bit.
Next
Sure.
section. Yay!
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be smashing.
This is the next section. Smash Brothers. We are gonna dedicate it. Wait, I macked that up. So, for the 50th episode, we are dedicating a big chunk of our time to the new Super Smash Bros. Game for Nintendo Switch. Ranging from what we think it's gonna be, who we want to be in it, and other tidbits as well.
It's going to be a fighting game.
No shit. Anyway. That's really sassy.
It's a fighting game. Next section.
Right, so this. Right, I remember, Jack. You be like, Matt's confirmed that there's a Smash Switch. Even though I was like, oh yeah, it could be. You know, I was all like that. Whereas you always have been sarcastic.
Matt said it's going to happen.
Like,
it's going to happen.
Exactly. Right. And the one time where I say, okay, it's not going to happen now, it's going to happen at E3. and you were like, on your direct predictions, you were like, oh, Matt thinks that Smash is coming this year for whatever reason, and then fucking like they showed it, yeah.
Yeah. Throwing some
like,
shade
wow.
down, you know.
Shade down, which is unjustified.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and it's casually slipped in at the end of a Nintendo Direct instead.
Yeah, because I remember watching it, and so they ended with the Octo expansion, right? I was like, okay, it's 10:30. This is looking like it is the end, which is a fine end, although wasn't the heavy hitter I was expecting.
Yeah.
And then like Kazuma was like, okay, that's all we have for today. I was like, fine.
I think
and then him and the Squid researcher look at each other, and Kazuma was just like, we do have one more thing. And in my head I was thinking like, okay, Fire Emblem. It's gotta be Fire Emblem for Switch. There's no way it could be anything else. And like it did the Switch, and then it showed us Splatoon again. I was like, wait.
It looked like the design from Splatoon 1 in terms of the actual video.
The trailer, yeah. That's what I was thinking, like, wait, are we getting like a Battle Royale mode in Splatoon? That's the big thing? Yeah, because like, at the time, like, Smash was like completely out of my mind. Because I had cemented it as an E3 game.
Yeah.
Completely forgot.
And then it all went dark, and it was like, oh my god, Illuminati.
I flipped the fuck out when I saw the Smash logo.
Thing is,
no idea.
How many times do we complain like, like they never surprise us anymore because of all the leaks and it's like, oh my god,
this actually didn't leak. Like it's been heavily rumored for ages, but no one said anything about this being in this direct.
And they did it the right way. They did it the right way. They surprised us for once, and it's like, good. That's what it should have been. How it should have been done.
Exactly.
I think it was brilliant. Just the fact they just showed it off of the Splatoon girl's eye, and all of a sudden you know what that is, kind of thing.
Yeah, and then there's all the silhouettes, the burning Smash symbol, like and then it was like Breath of the Wild Link.
That's it. Yeah,
that
was mental.
There's already been lots of speculation about that, but
we'll get into that a little bit.
Yeah.
I suppose it kind of begs the question though, with Breath of the Wild Link being there, it's like, is it going to be a port? Is it going to be a new game? Or is it kind of like, here's the game, but just with a few added extras?
Right. Here's my take.
Go on.
I don't think Mr. Sakurai is mad enough to do a completely new game this soon. It's going to come out this year. So he only wrapped up the DLC for Smash Wii U and 3DS February 2016. So he's probably been working on this, probably by the time we're recording this, maybe just under 2 years. So I don't think he's crazy enough. Like Smash for Wii U and 3DS, that was developed in about 2.5 years. So time-wise, it is possible, but I don't think it's going to be a completely new thing.
I say that's enough time for a port remake rather than a new game remake.
But the thing is, I don't think it's a port or enhanced port, because the teaser is too strong of a teaser, if that makes sense. Because if it was just a port or enhanced port, they would have flat out just said, oh yeah, this is the port. They would have shown gameplay, even if it was just a couple of seconds. And the fact that, like, if it was an enhanced port, I feel like the most natural name would be Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch. But it's still a working title.
Do you think they might, like, tease us a bit more in another direct with a few more snippets of new things, possibly?
Maybe. I'm thinking we'll get a blow up at E3. Nintendo will blow their load with Super Smash Bros. At E3. And I think we will be getting a sequel. That's been the general consensus around about now. So think like Majora's Mask or Splatoon 2, where they heavily reuse assets from the Wii U, but make it enough so that's a sequel.
So you think it's a Super Smash Bros. Hyper Turbo 2 HD,
Hyper Turbo 2
with whatever Street Fighter things do on the alpha things on the end, something like that.
And Knuckles featuring
And
Dante
Knuckles.
from Devil May Cry.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, I guess it's not like Mario Kart Deluxe where that was straight up an enhanced port. I think it is going to be a step beyond that, but not a completely new game. That's my stance. What do you guys think?
I think it's kind of just an enhanced port, personally. I think there might be a few added new bits just to kind of bring it up to date with some of the newer games, and obviously Breath of the Wild Link is a kind of a bit of a tease to that point. I don't think there's going to be too much more.
So, do you think? See, that's the thing. Because one, there's the word entitled. That's why I don't think it'll be just a port. And two, the fact that they took the time to slowly point out Breath of the Wild Link.
Yeah.
I think that's too strong of a tease for it to be a costume change.
Yeah, I agree.
It can't be just like, oh hey, this is a new updated Link, but it's only a costume.
Yeah.
It's too strong of a tease.
The thing about with that is if they're just using that Link as a substitute for the older adult Link, there is one flaw in the fact that he doesn't have a hook shot. So immediately there is no recovery hook shot kind of thing straight away there. Or grab with a hook shot.
It shows that Link is getting a rework, which would lean more into this being reusing assets, but also adding a lot more.
So I don't know whether they would have the Ocarina original design Link adult and also the Breath of the Wild
they
Link as well. Would that be
Breath of the Wild?
Work?
Breath of the Wild is going to be the default Link. So there's no more Twilight Princess Link. There'll be so it's not going to be like Brawl or Smash 4. It's going to be not completely new Link. But I think Link will be getting redone to fit more in line with Breath of the Wild.
It would make sense the fact they've done that through generations of Smash Bros. So, but at the same time,
with no hook shot, I mean, ledge grab is going to be ledge grab. Oh wait, it's raining. You fall off. Bye. You're dead.
It depends what they replace it with. I think that's the thing with that. But
so
I think. In general, I think the Breath of the Wild Link could be a whole new character. I think in the way you could do so much more with him from the from Breath of the Wild itself. There's in terms of items and abilities and things like that. I think there's so much potential there. But I think there'd be a lot of people pissed off if there isn't either another adult Link or Toon Link included as well.
No, I think
there'll be
I think it's weird. I think I've seen this a fair bit, especially with Roger Space and Relax. That they don't want just the same veterans again. They want them to be refreshed. So I do get the point that I would like just characters stay how they are because they are quite good. But for those that have been there since the 64 days that are still playing the exact same, they need a change up.
Yeah, definitely.
So it'll be interesting.
I think you got to be careful of this because there's the problem that with Smash is that it's still a really, really popular fighter in terms of actual tournaments and things. So you've got to be careful with who they include in the game. And Link is definitely one of the main characters that people do use as a main character, and it's just I just don't see them removing that Link to just replace it with a Breath of the Wild with different forms.
I think it'll be more in line with updates. So it's sort of like how Zelda and Sheik worked, right?
Yeah.
Because they're no longer switching characters; they're their own unique characters.
Yeah.
Same thing with Charizard. Charizard was removed from the Pokemon trainer and just given a proper moveset of his own.
Bring back Squirrel.
So I'm thinking we could see maybe not everything go away, but I think it is time for things
A refresh, maybe.
Yeah. So I think it'll be more of an update. So that's what I'm saying with Breath of the Wild Link. The fact that they showed him there, I think is such a strong indicator that it can't be just a costume change.
They
It has to
also
be more
showed
significant.
Mario in just a shadowed form, but there's lots of rumours that people think Cappy could be used.
That is a possibility, to be fair.
Replace Flood.
Yeah, exactly.
Could do.
So-
Or
so
he could replace
that's,
like the what was it in Melee? They had the cape, didn't they? In terms of like they used it to hit items
cape,
away
yeah.
as a deflection item. I'm wondering if they might use Cappy in the same sort of way, maybe in that sort of aspect.
Be interesting.
Or use him as the grab, maybe. That could be one way of using him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it like being a long range grab, maybe.
Yeah. I think that could work. But what
I don't
else
know.
from Odyssey could you bring into
That's
the
true.
Mario's character, for example? I don't know what else you could do
But,
there.
like,
but,
But see, like the thing is, he hasn't had anything from like Galaxy, the new Super Mario Brothers games,
no.
or a lot of Mario games.
Well-
I think the only addition since Mania has really been Flood.
Yeah, it was Flood.
Yeah, Flood was used in Brawl, and the last
That's
one.
it, really. They replaced the tornado spin move, which is a shame because I quite like that.
Because Luigi's got that, hasn't he?
Yeah, Mario has it, but it's more like a down A air smash move, so it's like But there you go.
Flood will probably get replaced unless they announce a Sunshine remake anytime soon. I don't think
I
they'd be-
doubt that very much.
Yeah, who knows? It might be a 3DS title. We never know.
Oh no.
Hey, if we've got Luigi's Mansion, who knows what happens next?
Yeah, I mean, do you think they're going to bring in any new features with this one? If you like Matt, if you think this is going to be a new game, or at least a more extremely improved version, do you think they'll bring back story mode?
I think that's one of the topics I've got down here. Like, what features do we want? I think personally, I am hoping that it is like what I'm saying it is, like a sequel deal. But personally, if it was literally just a Wii U version with some 3DS content, but they added a story mode, like in Brawl, I would personally be completely okay with that. Of course, that's not what I want exactly, but I think they really need a substantial single player mode, at least campaign, because that's what made Brawl special for me.
Yeah,
Because it's
Subspace
cool to see-
Embassy was pretty cool, and the cutscenes were probably what made Brawl for me in that. I think that was really good. But
Just seeing like how each character interacts, sort of like the Smash 4 reveal trailers, like when the character got introduced, like seeing how characters interacted in that sense. I thought that was really cool.
What's sort of like interesting so far is lots of people sort of noticing the copyright on the actual video. They say the copyright says 2018 on it. It doesn't say, because on previous games you'd have like it started in 2015 and we got copyright on it from then until 2018, for example.
How to combat that, which has been the Mario Kart Deluxe, that first trailer, that only had the date of 2017, not 2014 to 2017. I believe that was
so the
Deluxe as well. Yeah,
the deluxe version would effectively be used as a new game, but it's not.
Yeah.
It wouldn't.
So-
it wouldn't have 2014 on there.
As in title. Also, the fact that people are pointing out that it's HAL as well. That's more
Not
the fact like
Namco.
HAL. Yeah, but that's because HAL is partly owns the actual original game for the 64.
Yes, they do. They do.
So it's more, and that happened with the first trailer for Smash 4 as well.
Mm.
Where they didn't show Namco Bandai there either, but
Right.
Namco ended up being the developer. So the developer is still unknown. That's what's making this slightly confusing. We shall see. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's all lots of speculation at the moment, and you just don't really
No.
see anything else.
So I think
we're not going to hear anything till E3 now. I think.
No. I think
They teased
we
it
won't
out,
hear
and then
anything.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think when they do the investors meeting, I think in April, I think that's when Kimishima, like previous years, Kimishima will be like, okay, so we're doing a Nintendo Spotlight again this year, and this year's big focus will be on Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
So I think there'll be Smash Brothers will be big focus. I think there may be another Invitational tournament again. I don't know. Personally, it's depending on how much new stuff there could be. I could see it may get its own direct at E3 or closer to launch.
Mhm.
Um,
And then we might
Yeah,
get an
I
official
think-
date
yeah.
at E3 of when it gets released as
Yeah.
well. So,
Mm.
and a title, at least a title at E3. That's what I'm thinking. Because if it's still a working title, then that leads me to believe that it must be like a new game.
Super Mario Fighters
You mean
with a
Fire
Z,
Emblem
with a
Warriors
Z
2?
on the end, like Dragon Ball Z. It's like...
For God's sake. What's it? So
You've
features.
totally, that's totally just like swerved you there, hasn't it? You've totally like gone now, haven't you?
I'm always gone, Jack. Right, so features. The rumor I think Emily Rogers put out, I think before the
God.
direct.
Yeah.
Hey, no. It's a respected source, so it may not be true, but she has got stuff right before in the past, so it's definitely worth listening to at least. It's
Okay.
not fucking like Marcus Sellers or anything.
Yeah.
So she did say that it would be combining the Wii U and 3DS
I mean,
version.
Me and Sam both called a Donkey Kong game in the mini. So does that mean we're now a reliable source? I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we
Have
are.
sources.
We are, Jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Matt and I might not want to.
But you didn't specify the game. You didn't specify. Oh, it's a tropical freeze.
Well,
No,
I didn't want to like spoil it for people, you know. So
Yeah.
Exactly. So
And like, at least like leave a little excitement
nice
in
try,
people's
nice
lives.
try, lads. But I think there may be something wrong with that because we are getting Breath of the Wild Link, and the fact that like I'm thinking it may be like a sequel deal.
yeah.
That being said,
possibly.
I do want Smash Run to return. Because I want
Yes.
Smash Run to return with the ability to actually see other people in the field. Because that's
That'd
something
be
I didn't
cool.
like.
Yeah, Smash
Yeah.
Run, not Smash Tour. God, Smash Tour
it's
needed
not Smash.
bugger
Oh.
right off.
I
Although
wouldn't mind Smash Tour if they improved on it, but
I
yeah,
wouldn't
I agree.
I wouldn't mind the mode they introduced in Smash Tour being that your stocks are different characters. So you lose a stock and then you switch to another new character. That I liked about Smash Tour.
Maybe, yeah.
No, I think that'd be a sick mode. Maybe. But as for features, I don't know. I think they could definitely improve the menu. Because it is very, like, messy in the Wii U version.
They got so many characters they got to try and fit on one screen, don't they?
No, it's not like, not the character select screen. I mean, like, the menu, like, to access different modes. Because it's like,
Okay.
so you got the main Smash mode, like that's dandy, you know. But then like you've also got
Oh, right, yeah.
you got one
I'm
big
with
button
you.
for Smash Tour for no
Yeah.
reason whatsoever, and then under that you've got games and more, and it's like, what do you mean by games and more? You go into that, and then you got a whole bunch of other menu options.
Mm.
So it's not very clear. I think Relax Alex did a really good video covering the menu design. Like aesthetic-wise, is good. I like the aesthetic of it, but the actual layout of the menus could use improving.
I don't care as long as I can play the game.
No, but like it is confusing. It's a nitpick, sure, but that's what I'm hoping for. Anyway, what do you guys want in terms
Stadium
of
modes? Because every time I see people make crazy things with beating up that stupid sandbag, and then just like launch it for absolute miles, you always want to see that in every game because it's
of course you do.
Hilarious to watch.
Home run mode.
Yeah. All that sort of mini game sort of stuff like break the targets and things like that. That's fine. That could come back.
Yeah, I like the old version better.
Event mode might need a little bit of a reshape, possibly, to bring that back. I think.
Yeah, I don't think it felt as good as in the new version. No, did like the old version's at least a little bit more fun. I don't feel like it. Jack, help me over here. I can't really describe that.
I think it was like easier laid, like Matt was saying before about layouts. I think it just like it seemed easier laid out on a screen of like you've got these 50 events you can do. Choose whatever one you want to do. I know you can unlock certain ones at certain points, but with the other one, it just seemed like you were on like a string, and it doesn't really explain what you had to do to unlock the next level, kind of thing. And it was a little bit all over the place, but. Other than that, I don't think it's too bad. It's nice to have those scenario battles. Would we want 8 players to return? I don't know.
Oh yeah. It does in some form.
I mean, it seems it has the capacity to do it. I would have thought.
Exactly.
If you think we got 8 switches on the go with this, though, it would work pretty well. Like you could have your own screen each and not have to worry about where everyone else is on the screen. You could actually have a focus on your own character. I think that could work quite well for Smash itself, but that would also work well for the other modes you mentioned, like the 3DS adventure mode like thing. But I would like a story mode, but I just think it would take too long to do, and if it's going to take too long to do and put into the game, I don't think there would be that fuss about it. If they'd rather just get a fighting game out in the open, people will carry on and play. It's like Smash is a weird one. Smash is a very weird game because there's a lot of real hardcore Smash Bros players and everyone likes playing it like that. But there's also a massive audience of casual players as well, and it's weird when it works for both audiences. And I just don't know. I don't know if they would put too much focus on a story mode itself, where they just want to put the game out as its purest form as they can, just as a fighter. I think as good as the story mode was in Brawl, I just don't think it was as good as the full game itself. I think, if you get what I mean.
Right. I think a story mode would help cement it as a sequel deal.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
Because I think in terms of features, they could do like improvements, but in terms of like actual new ones, I just want like an actual target smash, because the one in Smash 4 kind of sucked with the bomb.
Yeah,
I thought that was quite underwhelming.
All the mini games and stuff are fine. We like them sort of thing, 100-man brawls and all that things, and even though they are really irritating to try and unlock characters and things with, but. I like the fact they did that differently in the Wii U version, that you can literally just play through and unlock everyone anyway, so don't have to worry about that too much. But yeah, it's one of them really, isn't it, with this game? I think everyone's going to pick it up anyway, whatever we say, whatever anyone's opinion of it, it's still going to sell bucket loads. And you know, it's on the Switch. I think it's probably going to be the best Smash possible. But we've said that before, and like the Wii version was a good game, but it sort of lost its things like tripping and stuff. It's like, oh god,
please don't bring.
I've seen people on Twitter actually say they want to bring tripping back, and I'm like,
no, god, no,
why?
they're crazy.
What people are you following, man?
I don't know.
I have not seen anybody be like, "Oh yeah, tripping was cool."
Yeah, I don't know if they're just being
Unless it's
trolls,
satire. Don't think
yeah,
anybody
maybe.
literally wants that.
Diddy Kong
Maybe.
does it with the bananas. It's enough said. We don't need any more.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Be Diddy Kong. Cool. Any other specific characters you'd like to see from
Right.
Switch games? Maybe, I don't know.
Exactly. This is what we are going into. Who do we want to see playable?
Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight. I was going to say exactly
That's a
the
good
same.
shout.
Yeah. Shovel Knight, 100%. Shantae, possibly.
Yeah, Shantae would be nice.
I would like to see her in there, but because the indie games, it might not necessarily happen. But
Well,
I think Shovel Knight's probably more likely than anyone.
but then,
Yeah.
like, you think Cloud got in there. I know he's not indie, but he's still, like,
I think
not Nintendo.
the important thing with third parties is that they've got to be like very iconic.
Yeah,
Um,
those
yeah,
two
at
really
least
have a
fit the
close-
bill.
So like I
There'll be
think
some sort of significance to them. Yeah, definitely.
so. Looking at Smash Force, you got Sonic, which is enough said.
Yeah.
Mega Man, I'd say he's quite iconic.
Oh, yeah,
Great,
God.
To be fair, he was a great
Pac-Man,
character. Though.
Pac-Man, of course, for arcades. Ryu for
Yep.
fighting games,
Mm.
Yeah.
and Cloud for RPGs.
Yeah.
And then Bayonetta won the ballot, and Bayonetta also has close ties to Nintendo in the first place.
Yeah, caught that one.
So that's so I think
Tetris
Shovel Knight
blocks.
has a strong chance, and I hope Shovel Knight does get in.
Yeah.
Because I think right now he is very iconic in terms of the indie scene.
Yeah, definitely. He represents the indie scene altogether. I think at the moment because he's in so many games
Although-
now. It's unbelievable.
Would you mind? I'm curious about your thoughts. What do you think? Because this is a very iconic character,
Uh-huh.
Steve from Minecraft, being in Smash.
Now, like 18
I-
months ago, if you said that, I would have laughed at you. But
now
that
it
they
is
have
actually possible.
Minecraft on the Switch.
That's the thing.
But then,
As a representative character from that game, it would work.
yeah, I mean, you got Game and Watch for God's sake. It's like, and that's even more flat based than 3D
So
3D
so
Cube
you-
guy.
So hold on. Would you like Steve in Minecraft? More to the
Oh,
point.
probably not. Probably not. But
Possibly
I
not.
think as a character,
Okay.
it would work.
Would he?
You got that younger audience to drag into it. But yeah.
Like as an actual playable character.
I'm just thinking that in terms of what he
That's what
could
I'm thinking,
do.
not. Exactly.
It's supposed to be like axes, brick throws.
Building using blocks as shields or
Building-
something.
Yeah.
It could
Personally-
work. It could work. I'm not too sure about it, but it could
I
work.
actually, honestly, in all honesty, as much as I hate this idea as well, I would much rather Goku be in Smash.
Oh Jesus Christ! No.
Like, trust me, I don't
No.
want Goku in Smash either.
He's
everyone
been on
wants
Switch
it, like,
console
if-
already.
No, but like if he is in Smash, then that's fine. But I feel like with Smash, it's a celebration of video games. You know, like not really anime. If there was going to be one anime representative,
And then
then
people
yeah,
want
get
it
Goku.
canon, and then they'll complain it's not updated because Goku's got a new Super Saiyan mode, and
I want
I
Captain
don't know.
Captain Toad, maybe.
Toad's already there. He's just Peach's shield.
Toad. True.
He's
True.
more than a shield. More for Toads.
Paper
Hashtag-
Mario.
Paper Mario won. Paper Mario I would actually want as a new Mario.
Yeah.
Mm.
That
That
would
could work
work.
really well.
Like
Um,
take loads of different things from the different Paper Mario games and use that.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Always partners and stuff. So they could be used, or
that'd be interesting.
or folding things into like paper and using the fan and stuff like that, like they did from the previous levels and stuff.
Mm.
I think that could work.
What about Waluigi? What do you think of him being in Smash?
Beast and assist
Con-
trophy.
He's got to be soon, isn't he? Surely.
Little Mac was an assist trophy
Little
in
Mac,
Brawl.
yeah. I think you're probably right. I think he probably will be.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't say no to it, to be fair. I'm not personally rooting for it, but I wouldn't say no.
But then everyone will start complaining about all the other assist trophies not being actual characters. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
No, actually, no. To be fair, I don't think Golden Suns had it rough because I think Isaac is flat out not an assist trophy in Smash 4, even though he was one in.
Brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of sucks for those fans.
Sephiroth.
Right.
Oh god.
No,
I'm
see,
terrified.
if Cloud does return for this one and there is a story mode, then of course make him.
Well,
Make
it
him
can't
Ross.
be the guy from 15 because he's in Soul
Noctis.
Calibur.
Yeah.
In Soul Calibur, all
I
things
doubt
is
they'll give him
random.
up.
No, I think
That'll fight.
I think Noctis was in Tekken. I think maybe.
Tekken, is it? Tekken.
Yeah.
I thought it was Soul
Um,
Calibur, but I might be wrong.
Maybe. I think. What about Sora from Kingdom Hearts?
No, definitely not. Moving
He's not
on.
the Nintendo
I would've
console.
said
Well, actually, he's on Dream Drop Distance and on the
And
3DS, Advanced
Chain of Memories.
games as well. Yeah.
Gosh.
It would be a
Personally-
nice one if they can get Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Switch. It'd be a nice little
Really nice.
link.
That's the thing.
I don't know. Maybe.
Eric
Wonder
Cartman,
Red.
because South Park's on there.
No. Wonder Red.
Solaire.
Wonder Red.
No. I mean, that's been out way
What?
too long.
I'd like to see a port of that onto Switch.
I am
but
literally annoyed that none of you are backing me up with Wonder Red.
Nah.
I don't think it's going to
How?
happen. No.
Have you guys played Wonderful 101?
I played it and it was
I did want a port of it because it was really good.
Oh,
But,
no.
that didn't
Wonder
happen.
Red. No, he is. There's such good potential for a good moveset for Wonder Red. There really is.
Mm.
And
As,
no,
as
I
much
I can see your
as-
point.
there's a trophy
As
of him
much
and
as
the rest of the
we
Wonderful
could,
101.
as much as we could carry on about all these characters and things, it's been nearly 3 hours, man. We've been talking. So.
Oh yeah. Right. Okay. Quickly.
we need to start wrapping this up.
Okay. Mark Evans from Inazuma 11. Professor
Oh,
Layton from Professor Layton.
Uh,
And if I had the one chance to be
Danganronpa character.
no,
the bear,
actually
the bear
not.
from there.
Oh no. I would actually wouldn't mind. In fact, I would actually love this. Low-key love this. even though I'd
Trollface.
feel cute. No. Ren Amamiya, who's the protagonist of Persona 5. I would love that if it's just so we could have the music from that game in there. Oh
Is that on Switch?
no, that's the only downside.
There we go then.
Is that on a
Exactly.
Nintendo console?
If it could be like completely selfish, then yeah, I'd go for Akira. Rex and Pyra. I think Rex is a very safe choice. Because Sakurai has said that he loves Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, Rex. Oh, I'd actually bet money on Springman, Rex, and Wonder
Oh,
Red. making
Springman's a
Smash.
great shout. I think Springman's a great
So-
shout for ARMS.
Everyone's been
Mm.
saying Springman.
And Ribbon Girl.
Yeah. I'd actually bet. I think Ribbon Girl would be better as a costume or clone character.
No, they could
Yeah.
just switch between the two things. They've done it with other characters.
That makes sense, those ones, to be fair. I do agree with you there.
Right?
Mm.
No, yeah.
Especially when they got-
I'd,
Especially when they've got Splatoon characters as well, so
Mm.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. Low-key,
That's
I would
good.
actually bet money on those 3 questions. I mean, not 3 questions. Those 3 fighters
Characters.
getting in Smash. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. But you
Sounds
guys
good.
also have to make bets as well.
I bet if we don't finish this podcast soon, I'm going to fall asleep.
Okay, cool. Right, fair shout.
No, to be fair, I think I'd like to see some sort of I'd like to see representation from like a SNES era game, and I think the main one that lots of people have been calling for is Chrono from Chrono Trigger. I would like to see,
that's a fair shout, to be fair.
I would like to see something like that to happen. But then that would be lots of speculation on an actual another Chrono game ever coming out ever, which is probably never. So, but that would be my number one pick for once. I think, to be honest, there's nothing else I can really think of at the moment, which would, other than Shovel Knight, we've already mentioned, and yeah, I think that would probably be the best top two. Yeah.
I'm
Any
just
others,
hoping.
No, we've already named all the ones I really want. Shantae and Shovel Knight are probably the two I'd want, but I have to wait and see, really. I'm not one to really jump the gun and make too many speculations, because then otherwise it gets a bit too far-fetched. But I think those two, because they're so closely associated with Nintendo, I reckon they're good shouts.
Yeah. Cool.
That's fair.
Sounds good.
Right.
Oh, quickly, I just really want to listen to all the new music that's going to come from this Smash entry.
Yay!
Because
Jukebox.
no, actually, for real, if Cloud is returning, along with Ryu and Bayonetta,
I doubt
we
it.
better be getting new music for them, because Ryu already got his theme and Ken's theme
Where's Snake?
remixes. Snake, I wouldn't mind seeing return, but it's kind of like complicated right now. That's the thing.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Bayonetta, I think she only got like 1 or 2 remixes.
Yeah, she didn't get many.
Yeah. And Cloud only got 2 songs, which is nuts.
Well, they were the best songs.
Yeah, but like no One Winged Angel, no Chocobo Racing thing.
True.
Nothing.
True.
Like Sonic as well. Sonic deserves remixed music as well.
He had like 5-6 songs.
No. Sonic has a lot of music, but none have actually been remixed, I believe.
No.
That's the thing, which is so weird.
But you got Adventure 2 music, so you don't really need anything else.
Pretty much, yeah. Right. I think we could have more discussion on Smash later, but
Will it come out this year, Matt? Will it truly come out this year?
I think so. I have faith in Sakurai.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Toes
I'm not holding
too.
out. And
Shall we just leave that
let's-
discussion there, and we'll come back
another
another
time.
time.
We'll put a
when we have more
bookmark in it,
information, and
Right.
we'll start speculating
Let's-
even more about rubbish things that probably won't happen. But-
Oh wait, no. Actually, you know for a fact there's gonna be a
Animal
rep from
Crossing
the new
character.
Fire. No, there's gonna be the new Fire Emblem game from Switch. protagonist of that game.
Swords and blue hair, though.
No. I would actually bet money on that character making in Smash as well. I bet money. You know it. You know it. Oh, and Ice Climbers.
Yeah, Ice Climbers are
Jack
pretty
is
bad,
dying
yeah,
inside.
Should we move on to the next section?
Next section.
I think we shall. So this is our final section of our 50th episode ever. We've got a couple of questions. The first is...
Wait. Our 50th episode ever.
That's it. After this one, it's ever. It's over. No,
What do
the
you
dream
mean?
is over.
I didn't say last. I said the 50th
I know.
episode. Yeah, ever. Because, well, technically not. Because we've had the Super Nintendo podcast before.
Oh, shh, don't mention them. I wasn't going to mention them.
God.
We've had like 5 or 6 of them, so technically it's like episode 55, but you know.
They didn't count as
Don't
real
tell the
episodes.
fans.
Oh my god.
It's like how Star Fox Zero doesn't even count as a proper Star Fox game.
Oh,
Much
dear.
like, much like the relevance of this whole series right now.
Anyway.
Just kidding. Right. Topic Nintendo asks, what 90s mascot do you dislike? The more unpopular the opinion, the more points you get.
Bubsy.
I'm not even from the 90s that much. I was born in the 90s, but at the very end, pretty much. So
Bubsy.
I can't really say.
No
But yeah,
good
Bubsy.
games. Annoying catchphrases. And even the current new remake, which has come out, is
Oh, that was
god
horrible.
awful
It's
rubbish.
not even a remake. That was a completely new game. And
Oh yeah, it's rubbish. It's absolute garbage, and they've really Bubsy was bad before. Now it's just
How is this an offense?
trash. It's not even trash. It's worse than trash. So
mean,
yep.
From that, can we also put a petition out to make Gex the Gecko return as well, please? Because what a character! What a character! Wow. Get him in Smash.
No, God no. That's
Wait,
too far.
Smash?
Bubsy in Smash.
Oh, don't.
No,
God,
Bubsy not
No.
Smash.
Gex the Gecko. No.
No.
I don't. No, maybe.
No.
Maybe.
Crash Bandicoot.
That's pretty much it, isn't it? But we've kind of pretty much nailed that one on the head.
Yeah, I think we got that in the first. We all got that first answer. Yeah. Thank you, Topic Nintendo, for the question.
Yeah, it's a good one. Just shame Matt's too young for the question.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say Bubsy as well.
What Naughty's mascot do you dislike, Matt?
Naughty's mascot?
Yeah.
As in
Is that
2000s.
really naughty? Yeah. No shit, Sam. Like, I'm
Naughties,
not
I
that
like Crash
much of a millennial
Bandicoot.
that I don't know what the naughties mean. What mascots have there been, though, in the noughties?
That's the problem. There hasn't been any. They're all rubbish.
Like, no, but like, not even rubbish mascots. Like, what mascots have there been, like, flat out?
Alex Kidd.
That's 90s.
Yeah.
I know. I just thought another one. Just like Alex Kidd in the 90s. Because dislike it. Get rid of them.
Just not very popular.
Yeah, I don't know any mascots for the noughties.
No.
Nah, not really.
Never mind.
Anyway, right.
No.
Moving on. Monster Hunter. Oh, thank you, Top of Nintendo, for the question. Monster Hunter Essex asks, which do you all feel is your favourite episode you have ever recorded? Second question, being a bit cheeky there. It seems we might not get many more 3DS games, so out of the entire library of 3DS games, what are your top 5 3DS games?
Come on. Seriously?
On the spot. Jesus Christ.
Guys,
Go and
yeah, to
listen
be fair,
the
I just got
second
this
episode.
question. I think they just tweeted this out, like, how long ago? Let me see.
Favourite episode ever recorded was probably the one with Roger's bass, to be fair.
Yeah, that was
a
a giggle and a laugh.
I think
I
think
haven't really
looking back,
enjoyed the recent episodes.
I did enjoy the one with Matthew Williams. Was that
Yeah.
the Pikachu in a slingshot one?
oh yeah,
I missed that one, but yeah, that was funny to listen to.
I must admit, we were laughing so hard. I mean, the quizzes were good as well. I
yeah.
did enjoy
Yeah,
the
I
quizzes.
do want to do a quiz again.
I was
They
thinking
have
of doing a
asked
quiz.
before.
but
We
that
will do a
could be
quiz
another time.
eventually at some point. I can't
Um,
promise you any time near in the future.
Right. I really liked when originally we were just gonna get, I think, just Harrison on from Nintendo
Yeah.
Voice.
Yeah,
And then
ended up being all of them.
Lewis Pugh was still in the group chat. I'm on Skype at the time, and he's like, "Oh, what? We were
Oh,
doing something?"
Joined
It's
in.
like-
Yeah.
I really don't want to be rude. It's like, mate, no,
That's funny.
this is just Harrison. It's like, okay, fine, you can come on. I was like, wait, we can't have just two and just leave the other one out. So I was just like, I just messaged Colin like,
Colin, come do a podcast.
come on the podcast now. So okay, fine, I'm coming. And that was a lot of fun. I definitely
I've
want to
enjoyed.
try. Oh,
I've enjoyed every episode.
yeah,
They're all my
I think
favourites. Is the answer you wanted?
It's hard to pick
definitely.
a favorite.
I would like Ollie to come back on.
Yeah, Ollie was great. to be
Because
fair.
I think listening back, I think I was very sleepy that episode. I had it down for some reason, so I don't think I made a great host.
Oh, there's too sleepy. Come back.
I would like to invite Roger's Base back on because, as I said before, I think I've definitely grown. I think I've definitely grown more confident in this space. And
Why?
I've grown better in terms of like editing.
Yeah.
I think Roger's quite a commanding presence.
Yeah.
Roger's commanding.
Yeah.
He fired me right on the spot.
Yeah, several times.
Oh yeah. Fired.
think
You're fired again.
It would be quite cool to have Game Explain on. Anyway,
One day, man.
That's
One
getting
day.
a bit too far away from the question. Anyway,
Yeah.
3DS games. I'm looking at my library right now.
Ocarina.
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
Ocarina. Pokemon X and Y. I really enjoyed those ones. Compared to the others, I think they were probably my favourite. Ooh, now it's starting to struggle. Link Between Worlds was pretty good. Now I'm struggling.
Yeah, I can't.
Monster Hunter, of course. Generations was great.
I think Monster Hunter 4 was probably my favourite.
4 as well. Yeah, I'd say between one of those two.
Kid Icarus Uprising. That desperately needs.
That's a good shout.
Oh no, that is not even a good shout. That is an amazing shout, if I do say so myself. I love that.
You did.
You say so yourself then.
Exactly. It's a Gibson given.
Gibson given.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites of all time. Fire Emblem Fates. That's a good shout.
No.
Shut up, Jack.
Star Fox 64, 3DS.
Alright.
Weirdest name ever.
In terms of obscure titles, Rhythm Paradise Megamix. That was quite fun.
I enjoyed Metopia. That was quite quirky and fun.
Oh, Smash 3DS.
Oh, of course, yeah, Smash 3DS.
Yeah, that's up there, obviously. Without a doubt.
I think that's covered quite a few, so that will answer that question.
Yes.
If you don't mind us counting out 2015 to 2018 games, you can listen back to episode 2 of the podcast for top 10 3DS games.
Yeah, we did a whole massive list. And,
like top 10.
That took us ages.
When
we need to do something like that again.
3DS was still young.
We need to do
Maybe
something
we
like
could
that
do
again.
a top 5 Wii U games or Switch games or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah,
that'd
top
be good.
top 5 Switch games of last year.
Yes, covered
We'll
in.
we'll do that next
No,
episode.
another time.
Thank God. Right. Sorry we couldn't do a precise top 5 list, but I hope that answered your question quite nicely.
You got a good selection there. You got a good selection.
Good selection.
Yeah.
Comments which I've reached out for. Lee Moore said my favourite moment is whenever Jack tries to remember what the biggest podcast depository in the world is called.
Lee has this real fixation with Apple Podcasts and why they're called that, and that the fact they changed the name and so I just don't care. So as simple as that, really. It's on your Apple phone podcast thing. If you want to download stuff, you can do it on iTunes as well. You can actually download from iTunes still on podcasts, so that's why I always try and keep it varied and let everyone know you can still download it. You could also download it on Podomatic as well if you wish, and YouTube if you download stuff off of there. Stop stealing videos. Yeah. But yes, thank you, Lee. Thank you, Lee, for my embarrassment again. Yeah.
Colin's given us one as well.
He has. Yes, I see this. Yeah. Why is it all abusing me?
Yeah, so Colin Compton from Nintendo Voice says, it's a little self-serving, but my favourite moment was like when I came on and said that Sonic 3 was a bad game. I still think Jack is still coming to terms with that. But on a more serious note, congrats on getting to 50 episodes, guys. That's awesome. First of all,
Thank you,
no
Colin,
need to
for the,
no need to say that's a little self-serving when all you're doing is preaching the truth. That is something I am very much an advocate for. Second of all, thank you for the kind words on our 50th episode. Definitely go
50
check out
episodes.
Nintendo Voice.
Yeah.
Well, because Nintendo Voice are like on at least, I don't know.
Yeah, but
like,
they do one like every 2
Yeah.
days, don't they? I swear.
like every
Nah.
week. They've actually got a schedule.
Yeah, this is a problem.
No, but seriously, like they're all great guys. Go follow them on Twitter and their podcast.
Yeah,
Um,
go check it out right now.
Anyway,
In terms of Sonic 3 being a bad game, Colin has a new nickname called Salty Colin because the last podcast they did was all about the Direct, and he was just moaning that everything was a port, and he was just didn't like anything as a port. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But thank you, Salty Colin.
Oh dear.
I'll go check his live streams out as well on Mix, which is really cool. He's been live streaming lots of stuff at the moment. I normally retweet it, so check it out. Right, so Matt, you've got some shout outs yourself?
First of all, to the Switch London people, Lee Moore is the head of that. They recently had an event, 19th of March in the Wetherspoons in Victoria. It was very nice. Had a lot of good games of Rocket League, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Splatoon 2. Very nice evening. So definitely go check them out. Definitely need to get going out a bit more socialising. You know, it's all fun and games. What else? Oh, and just everybody that's listened over the years, because it really does mean a lot. I don't really say that that much. I don't think I even say it as much as I need to, but honestly, if you've just like listen to it right now, commented to us or anything like that, been on the show, recommended it. Honestly, thank you so much. It really means a lot. And here's to more great years.
More podcast madness.
Exactly. More podcast
Yes.
madness. Who wants to do shout-outs next?
You've kind of pretty much stolen everything I was going to say. So
Sorry.
to add on to that, probably like to say thank you to Street Pass UK who kind of started us out really, because like if it weren't for that and like us meeting in their podcast chat, we never would have started our own. And just like the events, the friends we've made, the people we've met, just to everybody's sort of, you know, ever sort of contributed or like helped us all meet up. It's, you know, thank you, really.
I agree.
And I just can't wait to really do more, to be honest.
Yeah. Hopefully soon. But I say this every time and it never happens. But I've been trying to plan in for our own events in Southampton again, but it's just time and just can't find time at the moment. It's just ridiculous. So, yeah.
Jack, your shout outs.
Yes, I have some shout outs. I have firstly Paul Lloyd, who is a live streamer who he's on YouTube as well and Twitter. He mainly plays lots of Mario Maker, and that is pretty much all he plays on live streams. He gets everyone to make levels for him, and he'll play them on stream, talk through them, and see what he likes, what he doesn't like, and hopefully everyone can sort of enjoy that. I've made a level for him to play, and I'm still waiting for him to play it. He's got a backlog of about 50 odd at the moment.
Jeez.
So he is fairly popular with it. But yeah, so hopefully soon I'll be able to find out when that is. Maybe I'll get a copy of his recording to put on our channel so you can watch that and see how funny it is and how he fails at my level. That'd be fun. So cheers, Paul. I've also got the Nintendo Dads, which are our sort of sister podcasts from BG Tribune. Yeah, those guys have done really well. Still flying through podcast wise. There's lots of people still listening to them, and they're about 6 months ahead of us when they started, and they've flown through things at the moment, and they got lots of great content and more to come. So that should be fun. If you never listen to Nintendo Dads, give them a listen on podcasts on any of the specific apps that you listen to podcasts on. But there's also another one I've got here, Ready Player 2, which is one of Sam and mine's, the mutual friend Lewis. It's here on his podcast that he's on. It's Ready Player 2. You can also find that on all the areas where you listen to podcasts. They've been away for a while, maybe like just over a year, and they've just returned to doing podcasts now, and they've got 3 or 4 new episodes up, and it's really good listening, and I'd highly recommend giving them a check out. Like Sam, thanks to Nintendo UK and all the support that guys have had there, particularly this week for Faz, again, because he managed to get a conversation with some of the voice actors from Breath of the Wild, which was another fantastic listen, and great to hear. And he's so lucky. He's met Bayonetta's voice actor, and then the 3 of them guys with the actual. I'm just gutted. I'm like, it's cool that he's doing it now, but I'm like, I wish I could do that. A couple of guys on Twitter who I've been sort of interacting with quite a lot lately about YouTube and building YouTube channels and trying to get more subscribers and try and talk to more people and just trying to get that general vibe going. Temple of Games is an interesting one that he's got loads of videos on his channel, and they're all really good quality, but he just doesn't seem to get the views, and I've been trying to help him get more and more people to his channel because it's a really good channel. Interestingly, he lists his playlists as temples, so each game is a temple, and he'll go through each one saying, that's Temple of Super Mario Odyssey, for example. He's been playing a bit of that, and Temple of Bayonetta. And I just like the way it's sort of laid out. I thought it was quite an interesting idea to do. Like they keep each game as a temple to complete kind of thing, and raid as they call it. But check him out on Twitter, on YouTube, and I believe all over Facebook as well. And also big shout out to the Gaming Papa, who is I'm trying to work out where he's from. I think it was Indonesia. And he's been in contact with me recently, just randomly all the time, and he's a real nice guy. He's got another YouTube channel as well. I will link it. It's somewhere in the podcast notes if you all these people, just in case you've missed them. And he's been really good so far, and we've been really talking about creating some other games and things for the channels and stuff like that. So that should be pretty cool in the future, and I will link his YouTube in the description because I can't remember if it was the same Gaming Papa or something else. So I'm now literally running on air, so I'm struggling here. So any more shout outs, guys? Thanks to all the listeners and guests over the years as well, from myself as well as the other 2. It really has been fantastic to keep going, and hopefully we get some more episodes out the way in the next couple of weeks and years and so on. It's cool. Thank you very much. Yay.
Right, I think that does it. Maybe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. Oh Christ, I'll probably have to cut out some things because this has been a long one. It's been the longest ever.
Yeah. Oh God.
Should we keep it as this, or do you think we should cut stuff? Yeah. Because it's our 50th show spectacular, but it will
strapping
be
for a roller coaster 50th episode.
Exactly.
If you make it this far to the very end, I think you are a true fan. Well done.
Yes,
You achieved.
Yeah,
You achieved.
that is a trooper
achieved.
right there.
we have
Yeah.
stolen a quarter of your day.
I probably wouldn't have
Yeah.
even bothered. Right, okay, so that wraps up.
It's been
our
a good
50th
episode, though.
Yep,
It's been good.
Mm.
it's been a good 3 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Cheers, guys.
Right, so where can you find the podcast? You can find the podcast on iTunes, Podcast, Podomatic, and YouTube. You should be just able to search for our name. And there'll be links down in the description when links for those 3 places go live.
Click them.
Which
Click
should
the links.
supposed to be anyway. We do have a Discord server, but it's very dead, so I'm not sure if it's even worth joining. What else? That should be it. Right, Jack, where can people find you?
People can find me on the internet at Gorney7789 on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook, on MySpace, on Xbox, on pretty much everywhere. Just Gorney7789. If you Google that, it will come up with all sorts of things I've been doing and stuff. But mainly check out the YouTube channel because I've been doing so much on videos on that for ages. I'm having a little break this week because I've just got so much other things to do this week. But hopefully I can get that back up and going from next week onwards. I've got to record some more Sonic Mania and Freedom Planet. I'm still hoping to do some Stardew Valley, but again, that's another one you need to commit a lot of time to record.
Mm-hmm.
And also looking at redoing Final Fantasy VII. As I've had issues with recording that, so hopefully I'll be able to record it now. I've got a new setup. And other than that, I'm all happy. And I will pass it on to Sam, who shall give his details.
Yes, it'll be very quick. You'll find me on Twitter at samspade_UK. I've still left all the videos up from when I did all my recordings and stuff, which is Sam Spade Gaming and YouTube, and there's still the Twitter channel. That's pretty much it for me. Matt, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Acegibbo, ACEGIBBO, and his name was Bingo. That's where I can find me, because right now I'm not really writing anything, which I do really need to get back to doing. Yeah, so no, just find me there. I'll often be retweeting some cool art I find, or just general ramblings. If you ever need a fix me up in between episodes.
More ramblings!
Indeed. Right, that wraps it up. I probably forgot something, but I really don't know what it would be. The music closing us out is the credits theme from Super Smash Bros. 4, Nintendo Wii U and 3DS. I think it's the 64 credits theme, not the actual Smash 4 credits theme. Anyway, if that made sense at all. So with that, thank you so much for listening to the 50th episode of Nintendo Podcast System. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you will stick around for many more episodes and years to come. And with that, thanks for listening and happy gaming.
Happy gaming!
Happy gaming.